Hi everyone.
Hello everyone.
Welcome to Danette and Anthony.
Welcome to Danette and Anthony's late night shenanigans chat and snack. Oh look who's live. Danette
I have
and
to
Anthony.
admit, Anthony, that thumbnail is something else.
We do have to admit the thumbnail is amazing.
I love the thumbnail.
We like the thumbnail. Oh, we just
if we were already live, why are we now?
Because there's a delay.
Oh, okay.
Remember, that's why people sometimes say something and we don't answer it right away. Oh, look who it is. It's Sheila and
Hi,
Dave.
Sheila. Hi,
Sheila,
Dave.
Dave.
Welcome.
Thank you for spending
You guys.
spending your evening.
Look at this. Look at this. Like,
As a matter of
that
fact.
is
Sonia, how you
something
doing?
else.
And
Hi,
Marilyn.
Sonia. Hi, Marilyn.
Sonia is there. The spread looks delicious. Did you see that thumbnail?
I think
That
that's-
wasn't fake.
That's my
We
favorite
photographed
thumbnail.
that.
I think that's my favorite. Of course it is.
Thank you.
Looks
Oh,
amazing.
Folks, you
Where
gotta.
are you going?
Do you see this?
Oh gosh. I just showed it, you crazy. You're showing your whole
My whole
arm.
hand.
All right,
Look at that.
Zoom in, but stay still for a minute so they could see it.
Look at that thing. I'm gonna tell you where
All right,
all
can
this
we-
came from.
Okay. Then there's this one.
And there's this one.
Wait, and then look right there at the bottom. Point to it, Aunt, where the nubbin is.
Look at that.
See
Right
that
there.
nubbin? I want
Is
to
that
bite
nubbin?
that right now.
Look at that. These are all Italian
Specialties.
specialties.
Hi, Munchkin.
Oh, we got Dave. Dave's giving us a thumbs up. We
Okay,
got
go ahead. Explain
big
what we
thumbs
did
up.
today.
Folks, today,
Thanks, Sonia.
thank you. We appreciate that. We always appreciate that. Anybody joining in late?
It's not really late.
It's not really late because the whole thing is late. Hi,
Hi,
Marilyn.
Marilyn. Thank you. Okay.
This was, we were out and we said, how about we do something tonight?
Thanks,
How about we
Sonia.
get together with the folks on YouTube tonight? And we decided to go for a little like a shopping excursion. We drove out to Brooklyn. We thought we'd be like a few minutes.
It
4
took
hours.
hours.
4 hours later,
New
yes,
York traffic.
4
of
hours
course.
later in Saturday New York traffic, going from Queens to Brooklyn. Queens to
We
Brooklyn.
also didn't decide till like the afternoon. So
We
it
didn't
wasn't
decide
that
till the
early.
afternoon. KH, how you doing?
Hi, KH.
She is to you as
She
well.
is.
So at the last
Welcome.
minute, we decided to spend 4 hours driving around Brooklyn, going to different places. We can tell you all the wonderful places we went to. We went
And we
to
only
some
went to a
fun
few.
places.
There was
we
so
only
many
went to
others that we
a
didn't even
few
get
places that we couldn't get to. There was some things we wanted to get that we couldn't get
to. Yeah, it was
because
too
they
late.
ran out.
They ran out.
It was getting late, and then we came back home
And we're
exhausted.
starving because it's so late. Like we eat dinner
Starving.
at 9:36.
No, it's only you never know what's gonna happen.
All right, let's
We
get to
fly
it.
by the
So
seat
this
of our
one
pants.
We've had
This over
before.
here. We had before a couple
ahead.
of years ago.
Tell
These
where
are
that's from.
these three breads here. 1, 2, 3. Who do we have? Randy. How you doing,
Hi,
Randy?
Randy. Hi, Bob.
Saturday's now it's complete.
evening.
And Bob, how you good? How you doing there?
So these are all lard breads. These are all called lard breads, right?
They're
They
all
didn't
called
call
lard
prosciutto
breads.
breads.
They don't call them prosciutto breads
Not
in
like
the places that
the
we bought
real
them.
Italian.
The real Italians calling them lard
In our
bread.
in our neighborhood in Queens, they call it prosciutto bread, but it's just really much. Maybe it's not
This-
the same thing. I don't
this
know.
incredible-
There's cheese in the lard bread.
Bob, good. This incredible bread right here. This is from a bakery called Napoli Bakery. Napoli Bakery. Nunzio and Sons. We met Nunzio
Today.
at this bakery today. Nunzio, we had a little conversation with him. He's been baking since he was 18 years old. He opened the bakery 50 years ago. We said, do you bake this bread yourself? He said, oh, not anymore, but I used to for years. Now the boys do it. Now the boys
Yes.
make the bread.
Nunzio
Stephen,
and
how you
Sons.
doing? All is well, thank you very much.
Hi, Stephen Fox.
Nunzio
Thank
and
you.
Sons. So the boys are baking this bread now, but it's a recipe that's very unusual. He says he doesn't think anybody else makes it. He makes another version of this for a place we didn't go to today called Emily's Pork Store. It's also in Brooklyn. It's
Oh,
delicious.
so
Emily is his wife's sister.
His wife's
wife's
sister is
sister
Emily, and that's
is
a pork
Emily
store.
from
We've
Emily
been there
Pork
before
Store. We've
too.
been there before. We didn't go there today.
But we didn't go there for pork or cold cuts. We went there for the other bread. But we
Other
didn't go
Lard
there
Bread,
today.
which is a different version
It's almost
of this
like a
one.
traditional
We
one.
didn't get it. It's a little
But
more
he puts
traditional.
different meats and cheeses in.
Puts different meats
Okay,
and
so then
cheeses.
talk about this beautiful
This
thing
one,
right
this
here.
interesting
Look at
braided
this.
Lard Bread. Look at this thing. Look at the loads. Look at the pieces of.
Look at the back.
Look at the pieces of that.
Look! Oh, a piece of meat just
Look at
fell
that.
off.
A piece of meat fell off.
But look at
This
this.
one over here is from a
Wait,
place
can
called.
you hear that? In it?
I hear that. I hear the tapping. It's the tap tap
Look
tap.
at that. I could just go like this right now, but
This is from another place called, which you saw me. If you saw the short that I
Look
did,
at this cheese right here.
you saw me
right
walk
there.
into the store. That's a place called Bari Pork Store, the king of
Another
sausage.
pork store.
King of sausage. He makes his own sausage bread, his own Lard Bread.
Marilyn
Miss
said she
pork
missed
stores
pork
and the
stores.
wonderful bakeries.
What did
Marilyn,
Randy say? He used the big round one to sit on when I have.
when you have issues,
Randy.
Randy.
You can't have any issues when you're
You
eating
can't have
chili
any
all
issues
day.
when you're eating chili. You know, if you're eating chili all day, I could
All right,
see
now
the
look at
the
this.
issues.
Now this one doesn't look as exciting as the other two. Go ahead. I'm gonna
This one is from the one I was talking about. That's
The
from
Braided
Bari
one?
Pork Store. That's a wonderful place. Oh my God, that place was delicious looking.
And we got a
The
mozzarella
Bari
there.
Pork Store. We also got a moots there.
And
We
roasted
got a moots
peppers.
and some roasted peppers. If you could see that moots, look at that fresh mozz. I want to get you a better view. Look at that fresh mozzarella
Anthony's
and those
crazy.
roasted
He's
peppers.
nuts.
Look at that. Smell it.
Nuts.
Look
Okay.
at that fresh mozz
Hi,
and
Lucky,
roasted
welcome.
peppers. And I
Hi,
got that from
Joseph.
this place also.
Aw, thank
Joseph
you. Woo
Taylor.
woo. What?
Woo.
What? Okay, sit down, please.
This one over here,
This what we heard. We have not tasted this one or this one yet, so we're gonna kind of decide which one we think is our favorites. This one we heard is one of the best lard breads in Brooklyn,
yes.
maybe even New York.
And that's from a bakery
So-
called Il Fornaretto.
And by the way, the pork store held this for us. They had one left, and we told them we were coming.
I told the guy on the phone, I do you
That
have any
braided
more of
one
these
we
lard
had
breads?
to try.
And the guy on the phone said, we got one left. I said, do you think you could hold it for me? And he said, no, I can't hold it, but can I put it on the side for you?
Hi, Marty. How are you?
Marty,
Hello,
how you
everyone. Okay, what was the name of this
Lucky,
place again?
how you doing?
What was the name of this place again? The last one that was
Il
supposed to be
Fornaretto.
Il Fornaretto.
Fornaretto.
Now, after we got the lard breads, and Anthony had to go back in because I said I need some mozzarella. I haven't had any in a while, and roasted peppers. Roasted peppers, mozzarella. It's one of my favorite things. It goes with the meats and
I
the
went
bread.
back to the pork store for that.
Okay.
Now, when I went in there the first time, the guy in the pork store said, do you need anything else? So I said, well, I don't really know. I don't want to get anything because my wife hasn't given me the instructions if she wants anything else.
It's
So
water,
I
not
left.
lemonade. That's water.
we
Cold
left.
water.
We left. We came back, and when I got back to the car, Danette said, "You didn't get me any mozzarella or anything like that, or any roasted peppers." I said, "Well, we could go back." So I had to go back a while later, after we went somewhere else. I went back a while later. I walked in there, and a guy behind the counter said, and one of four old guys that are working there, older men, all working there.
Come
and
on,
the guy
I'm
behind
hungry.
the counter said, "You want another lard bread? Because we haven't got one." I said, no. I talked to the wife, and she said, how could you leave without mozzarella?
Joe, you had a Sally's white clam? We were thinking of going there today, but I didn't want to go.
That was our other
We're gonna get
other
there
possibility.
soon. We're gonna get there soon.
We're gonna get there soon because I really want to
We've
go to
never been to
Sally's.
Sally's.
We never did to Sally's before.
Did you like it? I bet it was delicious.
Yes.
All right. So go ahead.
So I went back in. I told
All
him
right.
I need something else. My wife told me I can't leave without the mozzarella.
Right. So you went back and got me mozzarella and the roasted peppers, which look amazing. All right. Now,
As you saw.
after that,
As you saw. After that.
why are you getting up all
Because
passive?
you gotta see.
Again, they
After
saw
that,
it
they saw that,
already.
but maybe somebody new
All right,
coming
pick up
in
the
didn't
roasted
see that.
peppers and show
Look
them
at the
that.
roasted
No, just
peppers.
pick up the
Look at the
bowl
roasted
and
pepper.
bring
Look at
it
this
to the
bowl.
front.
Look at this bowl.
Oh my God, he's
Look at that bowl.
insane, people.
It's covered in roasted pepper juice.
All right, next.
Next,
Now sit
we went
down. Stop getting up. You're so excited.
Next, we had to go try something sweet.
Okay, so wait, no, you're telling it wrong. Down the block
Yes,
from
Steven.
the Bari pork store, which recap now, where we got this
And boots.
and the mozzarella and the roasted peppers, was one of the best bakeries, but for pastries, not for bread so much.
Not for bread so much.
But
for
pastries
pastry.
and stuff like that in Brooklyn. Now there's like 3 or 4 other ones that I've been talking about for months. We had some at Christmas time, some cookies, and I said, Anthony, we have to go back, but we haven't done that yet. But since this was right there, we passed, and I was like,
there.
we gotta go in! Because we also were told, and I've never had their stuff before, we've never had their stuff, that they have the best cannoli. Okay, so we bought one
cannoli from
to
Villabate.
try it. Villabate in Brooklyn.
Villabate Bakery in Brooklyn.
Okay, so we bought one of those,
and one
I decided to get one of these, right, Anthony?
a baked ricotta.
Look at that. Don't you love the little paper when they give you the paper? Anyway, this is a baked ricotta. Never had it before.
Pastry.
Look at that with the X on it. And it's kind of heavy and thick. And it has ricotta in it. And they get their ricotta from Italy. Is it from Sicily? I don't
Sicily. They get it from Sicily. We don't know how they get it. Oh, yeah, Lucky likes your blouse.
Oh, thank you very much. And
I like it too, Lucky.
thank you. And then we went to another place where we were going to get something they didn't have. So we decided to try. This was on the counter. They cut them in 4 so you don't have to get the whole one. This is called a peanut butter and jelly dream cake. No.
It's a dream cake.
Dream
peanut
cake.
butter and jelly
And
dream.
Anthony wanted to try that. See the
I wanted
peanut
to
butter
try
and
the
jelly
dream-
on
the
top?
dream.
Take a look, everyone.
That's a dream cake.
I think it's like pound cake on the bottom.
Now that place is called Bread Plus.
Bread Plus
They
in
have
Brooklyn.
bread, they have rolls, spinach rolls, eggplant rolls. So
I
many
know,
things we couldn't
I know,
get.
Bobby doesn't shut up. All right, so tell me
And
the last
we
thing.
also got these while we were there in Bread Plus. These breadsticks.
Look at these breadsticks,
Everything
guys. Hold on.
breadsticks.
Stay there, Aunt. I'm
Your
getting
turn?
it. Look at this breadstick. Take a look at
That's
that.
an everything
That's an
breadstick.
everything
You know, like an
breadstick.
everything bagel? It's not
Do
a
you
sesame
know what it
breadstick.
smells
That's
like?
an everything
Sonia,
breadstick.
do you know what this smells like? It is amazing. I smell onions and seeds and garlic. Look at it. I cannot wait to try this. Hi, Robert. Welcome, Robert.
Robert, welcome aboard.
Okay, so I'm going to start with this because I can't take it no more. You're making me die here.
Bite a
Ready?
breadstick. Take a bite. You want a breadstick? We're gonna
Oh
have.
my God.
Is it good?
Cheers.
Is it good? Cheers.
Look at the inside. Oh, it's so full of flavor. Look at that. You can see it's handmade and hand twisted. You taste the onion and the garlic? My God. That is delicious. Are you speechless?
That is delicious. That's one of the best breadsticks I've
I
had.
hope we didn't miss anything.
I hope we didn't miss anybody.
Okay.
We're going through
now,
this like having fun. Breadstick.
All right,
Do you want some cheese? Do you want some cheese? Or do you want some bread? Are you going to
All
grab
right,
the bread?
I'll grab the cheese. Hold on. Let's
I
try
want a
the
piece
cheese.
of cheese.
Well, where are you going now?
I have to get my my adult beverage.
He's up and down, up and down. All right. We're going to try the cheese.
I'm not that far
Go
away.
to the
I'm right around here.
Freaking refrigerator, you pain in the ass. All right, look at that. Take a look at that. Who doesn't love mozzarella? Come on, it's so good. Okay, hold on.
Serve me some, babe.
I am. You gonna go back around?
I'm going to go
Or you
back
gonna
around.
stand there?
And I'm going to tell you.
Oh God, here it comes.
Here it comes. I decided to do something I rarely do.
What's that?
I'm going with an ice cold beer. Bronx Brewery, World Gone Hazy IPA.
All right, can we tell a little
Bronx
bit about
is in
that?
the house.
We bought that
With a
like
frosty
right
glass.
after Christmas time,
Yeah, we bought this
and you
after Christmas.
still haven't tasted it yet. All right, there's a nice little plate. Look
Danette
at that
made me
nice
a
little
plate.
plate. Look, that's a nice little plate, and then we're gonna
Nice
try
little plate.
the bread. Now, how's everybody else doing today? How's everyone doing? You know who likes beer? Robert. Robert likes beer. Yeah, I don't know the last time you
Bronx
had a beer.
Brewery.
We had that in the freezer. Can you sit down? Like, can you sit down? Is it possible for you to sit down and stay a while. Is it possible?
Cheers, people.
Cheers.
Cheers, Danette. Cheers. Let's try this Bronx brewery.
Listen,
See,
you guys,
Bronx is in the house.
if you haven't had lard bread or prosciutto bread in your life,
Oh, that's a tasty
and you
beer.
you go, Anthony, suck it up. Okay, and you like Italian meats and cheeses, you have to try it. Okay, go ahead, try your food. Never mind.
Can I try a bite
I'm
of this
gonna now
cheese?
cut this first because this is the one we've had. Look at that! Look at that! Oh my God! I can't even believe it's in our house right now. We haven't had this in years. We haven't had this in years, and no one makes this prosciutto bread like this guy, like Nunzio. No one.
Look at this.
This is
mozzarella.
this is a prosciutto bread or a lard bread, whatever you want to call it, that I've never seen before. Okay, you ready?
Donna, you gotta try this mozzarella.
Look at the meat in there. It's not like a regular prosciutto bread or lard bread. This is nothing my mother made it. This has bread in it. There's actual bread, see? But it's different. But look at it. It's almost like that pork is like shredded pork. Okay, here, take this one.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so look what I mean by that. Let me cut it in half so I could show you. That if anybody's watching and you live in Brooklyn and you don't try this, there's something wrong with you. Okay, look, see the layers, and look, it's almost like pulled pork. And you see this is the cheese. This part here is the cheese. Look at that. You see how it's layered? It's layered with meat inside and on the bottom. Okay, what do you think? All right,
Oh
so
my
there's
God,
that
that is
one.
so good.
All right, now we're gonna try this one. Well, let me just cut it.
That brings a smile to a man's face. I'm gonna wash that down with a drop.
How do you like the beer?
This beer is good.
Now this seems a little bit like this one seems to be a little like harder. This one.
Is it crispy? Is the
Oh no,
question.
it's like so hard to cut. All right, now look at this one. This one has the cheese and the meat.
Oh,
This is
man.
like more traditional. See that? Now this is cheese that turns brown after it's cooked. Okay, there you go.
Randy just finished 6 bowls of chili.
All right, I think I got too much food on my plate. This is just
We
too
can,
much.
Robin.
Okay, we'll go back to the one that's considered the best after this. Okay. So
Robin
now-
asked if we list the stores again.
Yes, absolutely.
I will take care of that.
It's also going to be in the description when I'm
It'll be in the
done.
description. This one
Okay.
came from Napoli
Try this.
Bakery. Nunzio and Sons, Napoli Bakery in Brooklyn.
Napoli on Metropolitan Avenue.
Napoli on Metropolitan Avenue. This one, which we haven't tried yet, this
Wow.
is Fornaretto.
Oh my God, Anthony.
I know, it's so good.
No, this doesn't even taste like
The
bread.
other one is from Bari Pork Store. The other bread. The one
This
Danette
one?
just cut. That's
This one.
Bari Pork Store. So is the mozzarella and the roasted peppers, Bari Pork Store. The cakes, the
Look at
cannolis we got at
Take a look at
Villabate.
this. I want you to see this. This meat right here. Look at that. That looks like a piece of meat, like a pork. Like it's a pulled pork. And look how they
Tastes like
braid
pulled
it.
pork.
Look at how they braid it and all the meat in there. This is delicious, Anthony. This is the one we've had before, right? This is the one we had before.
Lucky and Robert want to be adopted.
Mmm.
Randy
Oh,
has to
so
live under the
good.
stairs, though, Robert says.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is so good.
All right. I need a separate plate just for the pizza roast. Pizza roast. You hear me saying
Pizza
pizza roast?
Rustica. Then that's used to saying pizza
No,
Rustica.
because the guy
This is the one from the pork store.
who makes this one, the Napoli, we were having a long conversation, and he says he makes pizza rustica, which I never knew. So we have
We
to go
did
back
not
there
know.
for Easter.
And
Okay, now I'm gonna try this one. Look at this bottom.
we
Look at
also
the
went to
bottom.
Bread Plus in Brooklyn, which is near Coney Island, and we got these breadsticks and something called the peanut butter and jelly green dream cake. Robin and everybody that wants that information,
Wow.
I'm gonna pop all the addresses, all the names of all the stores we went to, in the description of the video after the fact, and phone numbers, all that stuff. You know you can trust me. I'll take care of that stuff. If I tell you, I will.
Oh my God, Aunt.
Mona Lisa Bakery in Bensonhurst? No.
Oh my
That
God, we were
sounds
in
familiar. We
Bensonhurst.
were in Bensonhurst, but we didn't go there. There's too many places to try. Brooklyn is a kingdom of bakeries. What's Robert talking about? Randy, it would explain a lot of things. How did you know that
Bob.
he lives under the stairs?
Look at Bob.
What did Bob say? Sit down, Anthony, sit down. Can you sit down? Been up 3 times in a row. I'm trying. Danette, did you taste this mozzarella yet?
I know, Bob. I can't help it. No, I didn't taste the mozzarella. I'm so excited. I have to tell you something.
I think this might be one of the best mozzarellas I've had.
Oh, that's some
I'm going to
fighting
say,
words.
yeah, I know.
Hold on.
This might be the best mozzarella. This might be better than Tony's and
Okay,
Queen's.
this one. What did you think of this? Forget that stuff for now. I want to go back to the bread. What did you think of
The
this
bread.
one, the braided one?
The braided
Did you
one.
taste it yet?
I have just tasted it. This is
Okay.
amazing, actually.
It reminds me a little bit of my mother's, so I think there's
Yeah, I'm
provolone,
going to tell you.
but it's chewy. Try this one
Mm-mm.
with the roasted peppers. Try this one with the roasted peppers.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Oh, so good.
This one that the place Bari makes
Tastes like my mother's.
tastes like a mother's.
I know, but she didn't braid it like that.
Tastes like a mother's. She didn't make it in that shape. Tastes like a mother's.
Mm.
And let me tell you, her mother's family from Bari.
Oh, shoot.
Which I wonder
You're
if
right.
that's the reason.
I forgot. You're right. Hi, Savage. Hey, Robin. By the way, we looked up
If you got
Harold's.
the munchies, you're in the right place.
We looked up Harold's. We were thinking of going there today, too, but I'm so disappointed they got rid of the pickle bar. That's what I'm attracted to, the pickle bar.
Danette called Harold's. And they got rid of the pickle bar. which gave her a bad feeling.
Go another time.
We will. We definitely will.
Okay, the red things, the roasted peppers.
Roasted peppers. The
They're
thing
cut
about
into cute, like, small pieces.
that's unbelievable. And now that I think about it, this one from Bari Bakery, maybe that's why your mother made it that way.
It's so good. But I still like.
I'll trade you 5 bowls of chili for all that bread and bakery. Will you, Randy? I know your chili is really good. I'm in a good mood. The
George,
Yankees are
welcome,
shutting out the
George.
Cubs.
Come on
George.
down, have a plate.
George.
Pull up a seat.
Run right in.
All right, I can't wait anymore. I have to try the one that's supposed to be the best one. That we heard is one of the best ones. Let's try it. You ready?
I'm ready to give my opinion. That one is from Il Fornaretto.
I don't think you could say one is the best. They're different. To be completely honest, and I can
Fornaretto.
tell you already, this
Jack
is
Rab, how
this
you
is
doing?
not going to be my favorite. Hi, Jack.
Tito the Saint. Yes, this is a carbaholic
Oh, hell no. This is
situation,
All right, here
Jack
we
Rab,
go.
unfortunately.
Here.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Do you want another?
Jack, look at that.
Do you want another paper plate for the
Look
breads?
at that thing. Look at
Yeah.
that thing. A paper
All
plate
right,
for the
now.
breads? Why not?
I can tell you already without even tasting it, this will not be my favorite. Tell me why. Look at that. It's all bread.
It's all bread.
And there's a lot of pepper. This is
A lot of
already
pepper.
looking like my
But I gotta-
aunts.
this
looks
is
like
like-
my aunts.
This is like Danette's
Oh my God.
Aunt Anna.
Who is my
With me.
mother's twin? Look at that. Who's my mother's twin, and hers was more bready.
But I'm telling you,
that
this has
smells
a
good.
this
That
has
cheese.
amazing smell.
Okay.
This has an amazing smell, guys.
Oh my God. That's Aunt Anna. And I smell salami.
This is like
That's Aunt
Aunt
Anna.
made.
And
I
this
feel
is my
like I'm
mother.
going back in time here.
Holy shoot. It's called lard bread, if that's what you're asking. Chicken?
It's called lard bread. Some bakeries will refer to it as prosciutto
We
bread.
promised, Robin, we'll go. We'll definitely go to Harold's, okay?
Which
Don't
one?
pout.
Harold's? It's okay. It's okay.
We
If you
saw it.
don't
It
go to
looks
Harold's,
good.
I'm going to
The cold cuts look good.
No, the cold cuts, the corned beef and pastrami look good, but you know, it's like, you know the way it is. It's like every New Yorker.
That's really
Do we
good.
really have to screw up our how should we put it this way? We really have to screw up courage to drive out to Jersey. We gotta you gotta make a plan. You gotta
it's
make a
You
map.
just gotta.
You gotta
Move
you gotta drink a lot like this. You gotta drink some World Gone Hazy IPA.
It looks funny. The color's weird.
It still tastes delicious, actually.
Okay, now.
You know, if I'd have known that beer was that good, I would have drank it at Christmas.
It's been in the refrigerator for months. Four cans of that. What are you looking at?
And make sure it's not past the date.
Oh my god.
What am I talking about? It tastes great.
Don't worry, Robin, we'll go.
We
Alright.
are gonna go.
Now, are you going to tell me which one was the best one? This is not my
This is a
favorite.
tough call.
This is not my favorite. I'm just gonna knock one out. Which one would you knock out? Maybe this is that person's favorite because they think it tastes more like Italy. I don't know.
The one from Il Fornaretto, not my favorite.
Wait, you agree with me?
Not my favorite. That
Yeah,
would be
you know
number
why?
3
Because
for me.
because we're used to having a lot of stuff in it. This is more like bread. It's really good though. If I had that and nothing else, I would be enjoying it.
Well, you know, Lucky, Danette is not a drinker at all.
Not really, no.
She'll sip a cocktail once in 1,000 years. That's about it. Maybe a glass of wine once in a couple of months,
It
or
does
3 or
taste good,
4
though.
months. Never a beer.
It still tastes good though, man.
Me and now and then. We're just not drinkers, but when I have one,
I like
I'm
the
enjoying
cheese
it.
in
This
here.
is a good beer. I didn't think this was going to be this good. Bronx Brewery World Gone Crazy IPA. Good.
Okay, anyway.
Kaz, welcome in.
Besides, he bought that only because it's Bronx. Hi, Kaz. Welcome, Kaz. I hope you're feeling better.
If it
What's
pours,
going
it's
on?
good.
We're eating
That's
too
right.
much as usual. We went to
YouTube
Brooklyn.
is detecting copyright
Anybody
music coming
who-
out of the sandwich and the bread, right, George?
The everything breadstick is killing you because you don't know what you're
It's
missing.
crazy
This
good.
is delicious. And when we went
If
to
you get out to the Coney Island area, I'll put the address in
we
the
didn't even know we
description.
would buy Coney Island.
Stop
We
by
went
this
some
place,
weird way.
Bread Plus, because they have some amazing looking things. We didn't really get much. We only got that dream cake and the breadsticks, but they had some amazing looking stuff in there. And I'm like, what's going on in this place? It looks like it's a little grocery store, but they have fresh baked bread. They have all sorts of like little tiny pizzas. And they have rolls, like eggplant rolls, spinach rolls,
And we
chicken
went
rolls.
there for a donut. But
We
we're
went
not
there
going to
for a
share
donut.
what the donut
They
is
did
because
not
we're going to go
have
back.
the donut, but we're going to go back and get
that
it.
donut. Joseph is asking a question.
What's Joseph ask? And can I ask a favor?
Yes.
I've tried to find from an Italian pastry master, Sal Del Risso from Amalfi Products in the USA, but have hit a blank wall.
We'll get back to you. Anybody wants to contact us, we do have on our page an email address.
Yes.
So contact us and we'll find out. All right, what did I want to say? Hold on.
Actually, let me say this to Joe.
Okay.
Joe, go to our
Munchkin.
About page on the YouTube channel. Send me an email with whatever information about what you're looking for, and I'll try and give you a hand. Cause I got no problem with that. Maybe I can do some research, or like maybe I've heard
We'll
of a
find
place
out.
that maybe you haven't had
We'll see if
trouble
we can
finding.
find out.
And let's see. I don't mind even just talking about it, because we love talking about these things and helping people out. And you're a good guy, Joe.
Okay, where we? This thing. So recently, Christmas Eve actually, that was the last time we went to the Bronx, to Arthur Avenue.
Yes.
We hadn't been there in a while, and they didn't have these anymore. And I don't mean the everything, I mean the fresh breadsticks, which you could always get there. The place that we always got it in, they had the packaged ones. They were this small, and they were just like that generic flavor, but these are amazing when you get them fresh in the bakery. All of the bakeries, all the places we went today, all had them. Right?
I know. The breadsticks were off the chain. I have a question here from Caterina Falcone. Have you been trying to get the Rayos out?
Yes.
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 But they won't answer the phone. I'm going to keep
Hold
going.
on. Hold on. Let's hear what it sounds like. I'm going to share it with you right now. You ready? Then you can hear exactly what we hear. You ready? Is everybody ready? Pro tip. Listen to this.
Danette's going to go for it. Let's see if somebody answers the phone live.
I would shit on the floor if that happened. Excuse me.
Raise your volume.
I did. So you know they're not going to answer. It's already 4 rings.
Hi, you've reached Rayo's Restaurant New York. We are not accepting any reservations at this time. Have a nice day and thanks for calling.
So pretty much F you.
Thanks for calling and get lost.
So that's that. Anyway. Did you like that? What did you want to say?
But Katerina, I'm not giving up.
Deborah, hi Deborah. Deborah said Rayos thinks you have to buy a table there. I don't know what they
I don't
think.
got to buy a table there.
Hi,
I'm
Triple
not giving
G.
up.
Hi.
Hey, Triple G, what's up? I'm not giving up. Because let me tell you, I am from 116th Street. I'm sorry. I've got family preference.
You have
I'm
family
from
preference.
116th.
But they don't even answer the friggin' phone.
Answer
How are you
the
gonna tell
phone.
them? All right, so somebody else is in here. Who else? Okay, Triple G is in here. Hi, you guys. The food looks great. Which food was your favorite there? Okay, we didn't get to that yet. Oh, and Robin, if you go to the Mermaid Parade, definitely go there. Guys, please throw a piece of bread at Triple G, please. Did you catch it? The Rayo greeting should be the Rayo's books are closed, just like the Mafia books are closed. I don't know about that.
The books are closed. Munchkin is now
I'm
standing on
sorry.
the back of the couch,
She's so bad.
staring up the ceiling like somebody's digging
Joseph
through
wants
the
to know
ceiling.
who we called, so go ahead and explain.
That's the Rayo's reservation line, Joe.
Jack says they tell you to go to hell in a way that makes you look forward to the trip. Exactly.
That's right. That's how you listen.
Meyer?
We haven't opened up
I
the
don't know
books
if
yet.
they suck. I would never know. I never went there.
I never went there.
Where are you going now? Are you getting up again?
No, I'm not going anywhere. I should go grab
We
Munchkin and
also
show it
have
down.
no. Stop. We also have Rayo's jarred soup, jarred sauce. That's what we use. That's what we eat.
You have 20
I
jars,
don't make
Katerina?
fresh. I don't make
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah, if you're not gonna make fresh pasta sauce, Rayo's is the way to go. You can't buy a pasta sauce that's better than that.
Mm-mm.
If you think you can, you're making a mistake.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. You're just wrong.
Okay. Come
All
on.
right. I'm gonna make my pick.
Make your pick. I want to try this one. Do you want to try anything else before you make your pick? You're pretty
I
much
am
sure?
gonna tell you, I am pretty sure. The other one is good. The one from Il Fortunato.
I actually like it. I'm
is
saying I
really
don't like
good.
it, but it's not true. I do
You know
like
what
it.
it
It's
is?
just different.
You know what it is, guys?
And these
you know
are
what
so
it is?
packed with everything that it's hard to say.
Robin says boycott the sauce.
Look
I
at
should
that.
put that on an Instagram. I'm boycotting your sauce
No,
until
don't
you
do
let me
that.
get
This
arrested.
sauce is good.
Oh no, please don't. I won't.
I'm not
boycott
making
the
fresh sauce, Anthony. It's coming from the jar.
Get hell out of here, Anthony.
Not that we eat that much of it, but go ahead.
We keep the. Here's the deal. This is what I'm gonna do. Il
God, look at
Fortunato
that.
is good.
Look
You
at
know what
us
it is?
live. Look at all that
These
bread.
things are so damn good. It's hard to say.
I know, it's
like
hard.
when I'm saying the one is third. That's like saying, well, it's better than anything else. Anything else that I ate the entire week leading up to this.
So in that case, what I would say is you have to go into Pure detail.
Pure detail.
Which I already am done. So you go
For
first, and I'll tell you later.
For pure memory's sake,
Let's see if I don't
the
interrupt you, Bob.
The Bari is the best from pure memory's sake, because that is like
Bari?
bringing the one from Bari Pork Store, the braided one.
This one
is so good. It's like it's bringing me back to
Hi,
like
Susan.
the days when Danette's mom was still around and she was baking it. For pure nostalgia, that's the best. But I still got to stick with my number one. Was my favorite before, still my number one. For me, it's still Napoli. Nunzio's
That was
bread.
it? You didn't really go into
It's
detail.
still Napoli because
Okay.
the difference is it's so different. It's so unusual compared to the other ones that it drives me nuts. What is Susan
Okay.
saying? How's Susan Stein doing?
She's doing good.
The Herreros at Caesar's Palace. That's right. It closed down.
Yeah, they did close down. I heard about that.
Randy's
And I heard it
whining?
was good there too. All right, can I
Yes.
go now? Okay. While you're talking,
Danette's
see, I
turn.
have them in the. I've been tasting them, not really eating too much of it, in order to get my idea of what I think is the best. Okay. I think that this one is excellent. I think this one's excellent. I would definitely get this again. I think it's really a good bread if you're eating it with macaroni or you're eating it with something else. It has very good body to it. This one reminds me of my mother's, except it's too dense. I'm being really specific now. They're all delicious. They're all good. I would tell you to get any one of these. But I don't know if you agree with me or not, but this is really dense. Now,
See, I
the
would
guy
say
told
I
us-
remember your mother's being like that.
yeah, but it was round. It was more like this size. It wasn't this size. So that means that it was a little more soft. This is dense. It's braided hard. So it's dense. Now, when you got it, I thought, wow, that's really small. How could that bread be so small? And he said he only had one left. So I don't know if he has a larger size that's a little bit less dense. The flavors taste like my mother's.
That's true.
But it's very dense. It's like chewy. It's like really chewy. So I would say this is more like something you would have with sliced cheese, like even a provolone and maybe a glass of wine. That's more something you savor and eat slow, and you have it by itself. Whereas this you could have with food. Okay.
Alex
This
Gary
one-
wants to know if we've done our grocery shopping yet.
No.
That's why I was so hungry right
Okay,
now.
so this one here is also my favorite, which is really weird to me, and I can't believe I'm actually picking it up. This back here is so delicious, this bottom part. But the reason why it's my favorite is because the flavor is different from the others, and it's something that like you've never tasted anything like that before. I don't even look at that as the same realm as these, not because it's better, but because it's different from these. The meat inside is completely different. There's very little cheese. It's the bread itself is so soft and so much flavor that goes into your mouth. It's amazing. And if I don't know if you remember this or not, Aunt, but I used to not like this bread. It used to have so much meat.
We used to have
It looks
arguments.
like it has less meat now, so now I like it better. There used to be tons of meat in there. It was ridiculous. It was like too much meat.
Thanks, Joe. I'll look out for your message.
Okay, I'm gonna see, Kaz, there's free food all over the world these days in your hometowns and stuff. Danette and I will send it to you. It's gonna be, I wish not around here, and there's nothing if it can help. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about right now, but we'll get back to that in a minute. All right, do you see the braided one? What is everybody talking about?
I'm not sure. So I'm not there. I'm not sure what everyone's talking about.
George, is that George that says you need a background check? You're going too far back. You need a background check to get into Rayo's.
You do need a background check.
Are you having trouble getting food, Kaz? Is that the problem? Do you need help? What do you think? Do you think I'm right about this?
I totally believe you are right. That's my choice. That's my 100% choice.
I think that
Susan, yes, you can freeze the bread.
Yes.
And in fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
that's what my
with
mother
whatever's
used to
left
do.
over. Her mother used to freeze these by the dozen. She used to bake so many of them. It was like incredible how many.
And give
she
them out
baked.
as gifts.
The amount that she baked, and she gave them out as gifts. I would bring one to work from a gift for my my boss, where I used to work back in the olden days. My boss referred to it as the Christmas bread. It was the Christmas bread because it came around. This came around at Christmas time.
Apparently, in the Italian neighborhood, you can get this all the time. The
But-
other thing is that there's some other round ones that we get in Arthur Avenue that are delicious.
Mm-hmm.
These are off the chain, though, man. These are a different realm, man. These are on
I think
another
these
level.
are another level.
These are a whole nother level.
In Arthur Avenue, the places I would recommend would be
Like, look at that. Come on.
Adio's
Adio.
Bakery, and Terranova.
Mm. Yes, Terranova does the whole neighborhood. Okay.
The thing that's odd about Terranova actually delivers to grocery stores in the Bronx. And here in Queens to some grocery stores, but only to Key Foods. Thank you. You're the best. You're such a kindly woman.
Okay, what else did you want to talk about? Was there something else? Then we'll taste the dessert.
What do I want to talk about? I'm going to talk about my cat is now perched on the back of the couch.
Oh my God, why are you worried about her?
You make sourdough bread, Sheila? You slice it and freeze it. So delicious, toasted with everything bagel seasoning. Sourdough bread. Someone that makes their own sourdough bread. Do you have a starter that you use?
Also, what did you just say a minute ago? I forgot. What did you just say
I wish.
before you read that?
Oh, I mentioned Munchkin.
No, there's something else. Anyway, Randy wants to know what's your favorite Italian sausage.
My favorite Italian
Is
sausage.
that like parsley or?
You mean like sausage like in a salami? You don't mean a salami. He doesn't mean a salami. You mean an Italian sausage? I don't know a place to get it from. I like hot sausage. I like hot sausages. Danette likes sweet. I like that. I likes the non-hot. Now,
Took her
that
a year
of
to
course
make
is
the starter.
always. It took a year for my starter to make wonderful bread. That's dedication, Sheila. Doing that. Most people wouldn't have that dedication, but it's something to like for you to do. Randy, yes, I like a hot Italian sausage. Now, where to get it from? That's a different story.
I don't really like Italian sausage that much, except. Hi, Simon. It's a slot machine.
Simon, good evening.
Nice for you to be here.
Welcome aboard. It's nice to see you. We're having
Of
some.
course, we've heard of Conti's. We've bought cookies
Yes.
there, and
We have heard of them for
like cold
darn
cuts.
sure.
My favorite is Superside.
Oh, like cold cuts. Oh, Danette's favorite
I
is
love
Super
Superside.
Sod. She's a Super Sod person, and I gotta tell you, so am I. I like the hot Super Sod. She likes the sweet. Super Sod is an acquired taste for some people. Most people are used to
Go ahead.
used to like Genoa salami or something like that. But there's so many kinds of salamis and sausages. But the Super Sod, I think, is the king of sausage. That's just me. Simon, we have like a whole spread of different types of delicacies that we bought, Italian stuff that we bought in Brooklyn today. We went for a ride. It took us like I said earlier, it took us about 4 hours to shop for a few things because New York traffic, driving around. 4 hours to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stores. 5 stores. It took 4 hours to go to 5 stores and come home.
And I thought it was going to be just a few minutes. Sheila says it takes 3 hours.
We went to 1, 2,
3
3.
days to make a
We
loaf.
went to 1, 2, 3, 4 bakeries. We went to 4 bakeries and a pork store. And it was an amazing trip. We got this fresh mozzarella and this bread over here from a place called Bari Pork Store, which I think makes bread just like Danette's mother.
Except it's not round. It's very dense and
Not
it's very
round, it's very
big,
dense.
small.
And it's kind of small. Went to another bakery
But it still tastes
that's
good.
been in Brooklyn for 50 years, which made this bread, which is called Lard Bread. This bread here, which is the bakery is called Napoli Bakery in Brooklyn.
This one you want to know about?
Wonderful.
They're all lard breads, and this is a specific one in Brooklyn. What was it called? Il
Fornaretto.
By the way, when we went into these places, especially Napoli, the first one, all of these places have other breads there too. All Italian kind of loaves and sourdoughs and Italian
it was
bread.
incredible.
I'm like, oh,
It was like too
we
many
don't come
things.
here
It was
enough.
like-
We got to get this. We got to get that, and we can't. It's just too
And when-
much.
And when we were in Bread Plus, we saw a cake that looked so fabuloso,
I know.
so amazing, and it wasn't an
I took a
Italian
picture
pastry.
of it.
It was an incredible looking
It was an apple
Like
cheese
apple
Danish,
cheese.
but it was bigger than
Danish,
all
like-
of this. It was like that.
as big as this cutting board, bigger than this cutting board.
It was
so
huge.
huge. And a guy came in and bought it, and I said, Danette said, "Did you just buy that? That looks so good." And then I said to the guy, "Now that's going to be a crowd pleaser."
Yeah, that has
See,
to
that's
be
the thing.
party.
You got to buy that for a crowd. It was ginormous,
But it looks so good.
but it looks so good. It was one of the
Are you
best
ready for
looking
dessert?
Danishes I ever
And then
saw.
we could just pick what we want, because I can't take it no more. I got to know what this ricotta thing tastes like. Is that all right with you?
I am. I'm
Okay.
ready to roll.
All right, you ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready to
Alright.
rock this shit.
Okay, hold on.
Anthony.
Here's a new fork. Put that aside.
Oh,
put that aside.
fresh forks.
Over there. No, I'll put it over here.
Then I put that aside. for me.
Okay, I'm gonna get you. A new
And we got
plate.
these. For anybody that's just coming in, we have these little desserts to try, which are a delicious cannoli, which we got at Villabate in Brooklyn,
Here's a new,
and
new
this
one.
baked ricotta tart here, which we also got at Villabate, and this peanut butter and jelly dream cake
There's the peanut butter and jelly on the
Bread
top.
Plus. Bread Plus, which also had these incredible breadsticks.
Okay, I have a new
Everything
knife over here.
breadsticks.
Okay, which one do you
Nuts.
want to try first? You want to
They're
go?
nuts.
You want to go with the peanut butter and jelly?
I gotta go peanut butter and jelly. I gotta go peanut butter and jelly.
Do you want a whole slice? Do you want, like I'm slicing it like that? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Holy smokes! Look at this. Look at that. Look at that dream.
Oh my gosh, I think it has a lot of butter in it.
This looks like it's
Oh,
buttery.
it's like liquid on the bottom. All right, you ready?
All right. I'm going to use my fresh cake fork.
Look at that. Look at that, guys. Do you see that?
That's
All right.
different kinds of bread that are lard
Use
bread.
your cake
Simon.
fork.
I'm using the
Oh,
cake
wow,
fork. This
look
is
at
a cake. Let's call it a dream cake.
Okay.
Peanut
you
butter
ready?
and jelly. Cheers.
Cheers. My
Get
God. My
Get the-
God.
This looks plain. It is not.
Oh my God.
This is not plain.
What's the name of this place
This
again?
looks plain.
Bread. What is it?
If this looks plain, believe me, your eyes are deceiving you.
What is the name of this place? Bread Plus?
Plus,
Okay. Robin, I believe it was you who said you might be going to the. You
The
might be going
Mermaid.
to the Mermaid. Go to Bread Plus, get yourself some breadsticks, and get some of this.
get a dream cake. They have whole ones in the window.
Mm. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mmm. Anthony. And that
Danette has
chocolate ones
water.
too. That chocolate ones.
I have a beer. This is a
You have
World
water too.
Gone Hazy IPA from Bronx, Bari.
Marilyn, what do you think of this?
And
Marilyn?
a nice glass of icy
Marilyn,
cold
do you like
water.
cannolis? Okay. So, I'm not a huge cannoli person. I'm not really caring for the cannoli cream. It's very
oh my
heavy.
God. This is good.
Ricotta is one of my favorite things in the world, but it doesn't really taste like ricotta. There's ricotta in there, but it's mixed with sugar and mascarpone. And I think that's why I'm not my favorite, because I'm not a big mascarpone.
We have not,
Listen,
Jack. That's
but this
something
looks
we have
amazing.
never done.
What?
We've never tried one.
What?
Like a New Orleans king bread.
Oh, I have. It's
Oh,
good.
Danette has?
I have, yes, from work. Very good.
Mm.
All right, now we're gonna try this. Now this is from gelatin. It's called Villabate Alba. Look at that. It's a ricotta. They have the little. Don't you love it when they give you the little paper? That's how you know it's a. Look at that. It has. Oh my God! It has the name on it, the address, the phone number right on the bottom, just in case you wanted. You went, "Wow, it looks good. Where did I get it?" And it is in Brooklyn on 7001 18th Avenue. It even has the fax number, for goodness sake. When we went in here, they had like 20 different gelatos from Italy.
Marilyn loves the sfogliatelle also.
Oh, we didn't get any. It looks so good.
We didn't get any. The sfogliatelle looked amazing at Villabate.
I wanted to try this because it's from... Oh my God, smell that. It smells like sfogliatelle. But it has...
Give me one more hit. Let me get that again.
Get out of here.
Oh my God, that
it's
smells
ricotta
good.
from Sicily, right, Aunt?
Yeah. So this is what we've heard. I've heard that their ricotta comes, they sneak it in from Sicily.
Let me get this.
Past the freaking boat. Past the boatman. The guy who says, like, oh, this can come into the U.S. They sneak in the ricotta cheese.
Oh my God.
They sneak it in straight from Sicily. It's delicious. I don't
Look
know
at
whether
that.
I'm telling the truth.
Look at
but
that. Okay, this looks really,
Far as I
really
know.
heavy and rich. All right. You ready? It's even hard to
Look
cut.
at this. This is incredible
Okay, ready?
looking.
Here, that's yours.
Oh my God. Wait a
Okay,
minute.
wait.
I gotta get in close to the camera with this.
Why don't you just sit over there? You're drooling, Marilyn. Hi, Chop Skull.
Hey, Chops.
Yes, it is a surprise. Once we get to 500, we can announce better. We're almost there. All right.
Look at that.
Look at that. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Would you see that crap?
It's right. It's really yellow in the middle.
Italian
You ready?
stuff.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's
All
put
right,
the
here we
thing
go.
back
I'm
together
scared.
rather than eat it.
I'm scared. All right.
You're gonna just take a
I'm
bite?
just gonna take a bite.
Mmm.
Oh wow. Now
This would be great with a cup of cappuccino.
Now that tastes Italian. I don't know if you
That's
know this or
Italian.
not, but look at that, Aunt. I don't know if you got it yet, but there's an orange. Do you see the orange on the bottom?
The candied orange peel.
Candied orange peel. Very Italian, which is the same as that orange peel that's on the cannoli. Personally, when I have a cannoli, I'd rather have chocolate chips. Wow, this is really strong. That's really delicious, Aunt.
This is Italian. Now this is some Italian
This is like
shit.
definitely Italian.
This is the thing. What you need is
When I was a kid, I didn't
you're
know
eating
about
this. It's not too sweet.
Mm-mm.
It's not too sweet. If you're looking for super sweet dessert, this is not your man.
Yeah, but when you go
This
into
is
the
not
orange
sweet.
rind, it'll be sweet.
But when you go into the orange rind, it's sweet. It has this dense ricotta cheese. It's just incredible. It's like a dense sort of cheesy, sweet flavor,
Randy
but not
was so
too
funny.
sweet.
All right, like I think to myself, it's not my favorite, but as you eat it, you want more.
These are the kind of pastries that
Mm.
grow on you when you're eating them.
Oh, and the top
You
is
take a
delicious.
bite,
The
and you
top.
go, what the hell am I doing? Why am I not eating more of this?
Okay. So far, I'm blown away by the dream cake. I still have it here. Is it good? All right, you ready?
The
Now we're
other
gonna
thing
go
I'm
for the cannoli.
blown away by the way, is the mozzarella. It's crazy.
It's crazy good.
It's crazy
Okay, here,
mozzarella.
you want this
Bari
one?
pork store. Who knew a pork store has cheese that good, but it also says latticini.
Here, by the way, don't let anybody screw you. Look at the way they filled that in the middle. It's filled all the way through. Not
Anybody
that
ever
empty
go?
hole in the
Everybody
middle.
ever go to a bakery
Do you
and
want
they
this?
get that
I don't want
cannoli
this.
that's like only
Do you want
has
that?
cream in the front? And I'll take it.
All right, there you go.
They only have cream in the front
And not the
and
back.
on the back, and they don't have any cream in the middle. And you go like that. Oh, it's empty. How is that possible? You go like that. You get
Okay.
because you went
Stop
to
the talking,
a
more
gym.
eating. Let's get to the point. You ready here?
Let's
I
talk
actually don't
more
even
eating.
need the fork. Oh my God, look at this, Aunt. Now tell me if you think this is your favorite, best cannoli.
Mhm.
Whoa, man. Is that chocolate? There is chocolate chips in it.
Wait a freaking minute. That
All right,
is
I know
really,
I know what I'm gonna say.
that is,
Should I say it first, or
that
should
is
you
not
say
like
it?
other cannolis I've
All
had,
right,
I gotta admit.
I've got my opinion.
This is not
this
a
time
normal cannoli.
I'm gonna tell you my
tell
opinion.
I expected to eat it and just go,
Mm.
oh, it's a cannoli. In this case,
I'm
this
gonna
is
tell you
not
what
a
I
regular cannoli.
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think the cream is so rich. It's just like this. It's really Italian. Not that it shouldn't be, but
Wow.
it's so thick. It's not my favorite. But the cookie, holy moly. This has got to be the best cannoli cookie I have ever had.
I have never had a cannoli shell that tastes like this.
This shell is so fresh. Like they
This
just
has
made
like crazy flavor.
Mm.
And they didn't fill
Yeah.
these while we were waiting, by the way. These were already filled, which goes to show how many they were selling.
Anthony,
Because this is crazy fresh, too. I was like,
okay, Sonia.
they're not filming it. They're
we're
not
so glad
fill-
you're here. That's okay.
That's all right, Sonia.
So anyway,
They're not
What do
filling
you
it while we're
think
sitting
about it?
there. And I was like, oh, but this is crazy fresh. That shows you how many of these things they're
yeah,
selling.
but they're very busy.
They must be
There's a
selling
line
like
on
that.
a
There's
regular
a line
day.
on a regular day. It's like crazy. It's not just awesome. I actually disagree with that.
Wow.
I think
good.
this is the best cannoli cream I've ever had in a cannoli.
That's why I prefaced it to say I'm not a big cannoli person.
And the cookie, but the cookie is like, like that. The cookie's like that. The cookie, you're over there and wherever you happen to be, it's from my hand over your head. If you're in
What are you
Ohio, if
talking
you're in
about?
California, this cookie just flew over your head. That's how good it is. This cookie is already a leap out of my hand through the screen right
Are you
onto your
drunk?
plate.
Was that too much
Oh my
beer
god.
for you? Oh, the soggy cannoli shell is disgusting. That's bad. I have to say it. Maybe it's because I know I'm Italian and all.
Yeah, Caterina, the soggy ones, oh, they're so bad. And I saw this. I'm going to address Caterina. I saw these, like
Go
I
ahead
said.
while I have some more
I
of
saw
this.
these in the
Because this is too good.
case, and I thought, I'll get a cannoli because I heard these are good. And I expected it to just be the usual soggy cannoli because I said, oh, it's not filling it right there while I'm waiting. And then I go to myself, and now I take a bite and I
Sonia,
go,
the peanut
how
butter
is
cake
it
is delicious.
effing possible?
This is, I think, is my
They
favorite.
must be so
of all three of them. This
goddamn
is so
busy that they gotta fill them before the people come because they had like 6. They had like 6 in the case. We got 1 of them, and I'm thinking they must be like sell 5, sell 6, fill 6 more, sell those 6, fill 6 more, and it must be like this. Because now I tasted that is so damn fresh. And this dream cake, like Danette just said to Sonia, that's crazy good. That thing is, you'd think it's plain, but it isn't plain.
This is amazing. I even taste peanut butter on the bottom. I mean, it doesn't taste like peanut butter cup with just some plain old peanut butter.
No, it tastes like a peanut butter sandwich made with like a butter cake.
Since you love the cannoli so much, you want to finish that?
All right, I'm going for it. I don't care what
I think you're
say.
right. I mean,
I'm
the
going.
shell is the best shell I ever tasted. And not only is it not soggy, it's like extra crispy. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it's extra crispy
It's like
too.
really, really crispy.
It's extra crispy too. Katerina, this is extra crispy. And
Oh my
it's like
God.
nuts.
This peanut butter cake is a circle, right? And they count it in 4s, kind of like that, because some people may not want to get the whole thing, so they have it, so it's a smaller piece that you can buy. They had chocolate, but not in the little pieces. They only had the peanut butter. So Anthony couldn't help it. He said, "I got to try the peanut butter. This is so good."
And let me tell you, the funny thing was, we got there, it was like,
Bread
it was like
Plus.
5 o'clock.
Don't pass up Bread Plus.
We got there at Bread Plus, 5
It
o'clock.
was late.
We walked in the door, They didn't have the thing we were looking for, the donut we wanted, we heard about. They ran out. They make them every day. They ran out. We'll show you someday.
We
down
were
the
there
line.
too late, that's why. Okay, go ahead.
We were in there and we're like, oh, this is the end of the day. There's like nobody here. There's only like 2 people in there. 2 customers.
It's a small store.
It's a very small place with a lot of stuff in it. Out of nowhere, it's 5
Hi,
o'clock.
Brittany.
Keep in mind, Brittany, how you doing? Welcome in.
So good to see you as well.
5 o'clock. All of a sudden, when we left, all of a sudden, within 10 minutes, the line was going out the door. People were waiting at the doorway to get in. It's small and it was getting packed, and people were coming in clumps. Crowds of people, like 2 or 3 people at a time coming in, and they're all, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
And it's not by any other store. It's like in the middle of like a neighborhood with homes, right, Anthony? There's no other stores there. Okay.
That
Brittany.
is not from Arthur Avenue.
I'm not from Arthur Avenue. I am from Throg's Neck. When I was really young, and like a couple of blocks away, Pelham Bay. When we got married, we moved to Pelham Bay. Is that right? Pelham Bay? What am I saying?
We moved. No, you lived in Throg's Neck. You
moved-
and I moved to Throg's Neck.
No,
You lived
man.
in Pelham Bay.
Pelham Bay. That's where we. That's where you were, and then we met, and blah blah blah. Anyway,
That's very close.
by
to
the
each
Throg's
other.
Neck Bridge. That's where we lived.
Very
And
close.
my mother, as a child, moved to Throg's Neck when they didn't even have the highways yet. There was no 95. There was no nothing. And I have to see pictures of it when she was a little girl. It was all like marshes. And my
did
grandmother.
Anybody that ever lived in New York, you ever see like the Hutch I-95 stuff like that? Wasn't there. You could just walk across the street.
And my grandmother used to take her 2 youngest children, which is my mother and my aunt. Her name was Anna. So Marie and Anna. The 3 of them would go to Arthur Avenue from Throg's Neck.
They walked.
Would walk to get to Arthur Avenue to get the Italian delicacies because there was nothing there.
Can I imitate all of the Italian accents? No, Alex. There's too many. Danette can imitate all of the Bronx accents.
I can? I don't know about that.
I don't know. She does it on her own.
What this all boils down to is love. Absolutely, Bob. Absolutely. Nothing is ever as good as what your mother made. The secret is love, and food are divinely intertwined. Absolutely.
That's right,
The
Bob.
memories that I have.
That's right, Bob. And that's why I said the thing that I said about this
Right.
bread, because it kind of
And
tastes
this
like
sounds,
what her
and
mother
this
made.
tastes like my aunt's, and I love
And that
hers
tastes like
too.
her aunt's.
And this, right? I remember when we first tasted this bread, I thought, oh man, I wish my mother was here. She would have loved it. She would have loved it. She would have been talking to the guy, right? Everything.
Yes. Think about Danette's mom. And even though, obviously, none of you have ever knew Danette's mother. You know nothing about her. But I'm going to tell you what she was like. She was out of, like, her father and mother were 2, like, in love. But they were 2 different people. And out of her mother was the adventurous soul. She was the person that would be like...
You mean food-wise?
Yeah, food-wise and in other things, too. She was the one who would say, like, you know, you've never done this before, Marie. Would you like to try it? I'm there. I'm going. I'm doing it with you. If you want to try this, I got it. I'm right there. I'm going to try it. She was the adventurous one. Her dad was the guy who would go to the Chinese restaurant and order chicken chow mein 7,000 consecutive times. That's who her dad was. Different
Yes.
kind of guy, different kind of person.
But he
Her
loved
mother was the
cooking.
adventurous soul.
He loved her cooking.
He loved her
And
cooking.
my
though.
mother always loved to please him through food, and it's nice of you to play, Munchkin. Just keep
I
running
have
back
no
and forth.
idea what's going on back here. She's running back and forth. The cat
nuts.
is running back and forth, people. Running back
Anyway.
and forth into a paper bag that Danette cuts out a paper bag and turns it into a cat hutch
So my mother,
that she jumps
my
into.
mother would make the recipes my father grew up with, like I always talk about, the lasagna with the little meatballs. That's one of the things. Munchkin's crazy.
That's right, Joseph Dale. Her mother lived there where I-95 would be in the 1930s.
Okay, Sonia.
Nothing, a dirt road.
Next time we go, I want to get this cake, but the chocolate one. Sonia knows how much I love chocolate. It's very odd not to have chocolate here right now.
Sonia does know.
And anyway, it is so good.
Danette loves
Okay,
loves
if
this
you had
Alba
to
cake.
eliminate one item here, what would it be? Beside the
One
olives, yeah. Of
Oh,
all the things that
man,
we
that's
got,
so hard.
what would be the one where, okay, I won't get that next time. If you had to go back and
One
get
single item?
One single item.
The baked ricotta.
I knew, so I was going to say too.
Least favorite thing of the night,
And yet it's
I
good.
still love it.
And it's good.
If I was
smell the
gonna,
bottom. What do you smell?
oh my god,
Orange.
that orange and that like feeling of
Like-
Italian almond
Like I'm in,
smell, anisette.
Like I'm on
I
the
feel like I'm
coast of
in the
Italy.
bakery or in the coast of Italy.
and someone's baking downstairs, and I'm smelling it. Oh, it smells so good. Munchkin's crazy.
If you
Anyway,
could only live up, if you were only living up the block, Sheila, Sonia, I mean, Sheila, Sheila also.
if
you
Sonia,
were only
if you
living
guys lived up the block,
Sonia,
we would have to go to the store every
we
week.
would be
We
going to
meet
the
up
store every week. We'd be hanging
come
out
with
all
me.
the time.
Forget about it.
Trust me.
We would have a tasting club. We just taste everything.
We just
We're not eating it, we're
just
just
a taste.
tasting
I'm
it.
just tasting it.
I was tasting it. That's all.
And like I said, I am gonna wrap all this stuff up because it's not going to waste. It's going in the freezer because you can freeze this bread. Because I know this kind of dense bread freeze all the time because I know from her mom and her aunt her aunt on her father's side who makes something similar but not quite the same, which is amazing. Her pizza rolls with the spinach
And
and also with
Angela.
the sausage. Which is
my
delicious,
God.
delicious.
But
delicious,
she's the one that makes
delicious,
that's my
delicious.
father's sister.
And
She's
the
the one
pizza
that makes the
rustica.
pizza rustica.
The pizza
Oh my
rustica
God.
is always good, and we know Danette makes it good. We've seen that at Easter time. Now that we know Nunzio from Napoli makes pizza rustica, if the guy makes it
I can't
anywhere
wait
near
for
like
April.
that,
I want to go back.
we make it good. They make it really good. Danette told him the story that her mother also made the lard bread. The man looked delighted to hear the story. I did not think we were gonna like walk into the store, walk into the bakery, and meet the owner.
Yeah.
50 years of owning that bakery, that small family-owned shop. Literally says on the awning, you can see on the short as we walk in, says Nunzio and Sons. Literally says that.
And there
that
he is with his
family.
two sons.
And there he is with the two sons. Small shop, small counter with only a few kinds of bread, but all delicious looking, delicious Italian breads. Like amazing Italian breads.
You know, this really does taste like my mother's. I mean, it's dense, but
From the
it is-
pork store,
it's
yeah, it
amazing.
does. It tastes like a mother's. Tastes like a mother's, and that's the thing. You guys know
They
that's
all
the thing
taste
that
good,
pops back the memories.
Oh
You
yeah,
get
we're definitely gonna
thrown
give
back
some to
into
the
the
neighbor. He
memories.
lives right there. Oh, this is too much.
Olive
Yes,
bread, you like
The
like
Terra Nova is good. Triple G says the Terra Nova olive bread is very good. We've had that
Yes, the Terra
It is
Nova is
good.
very good. And I was saying before that Terra Nova is a great bakery in Arthur Avenue, and it's one of the few that you could find them in the supermarket.
Yes.
You could find the Terra Nova bread in like the Key Foods in the Bronx, and,
actually-
also a couple of Key Foods here in Queens.
My mother used to buy it all the time. It's because you could get it in the Bronx easily.
You could get that round bread.
You get the
with
round bread that's
slices.
sliced, right? You put that in the toaster oven, and
You
it comes
toast,
out.
or you put
Oh
it
my
in a
God.
toaster. You toast first the first half,
Then you turn it
flip
around.
it over,
'cause
and
it's
toast
like
the
this
other
wide,
half because it's like that wide. The
and it
large
looks
one.
like that. And they slice it then. That bread
It's the
is
best,
the best
toast
you've ever
with
had.
your bacon and eggs, with your omelet
with just
in the morning,
butter. It's just
with
so
your
good.
beer.
Yeah, we used to get it in Key Food. Remember in the Bronx?
Yes, they sell it in Key Food, and once in a while they have it in the Key Food near where we live. Once in a while, but they don't have it in like every Key Food in Queens. Not like in the Bronx.
You have
In
to
the
go
Bronx,
to the Bronx for it.
every Key Food had it. I don't know what that was all about, but it just was the case.
Yep, check it out. It's a Terra Nova round bread. They have small and big. What is she doing? What is she doing?
I don't know what's she's going
Oh,
crazy.
she's playing so much. You know what? Because we weren't home today. Then we
Munchkin,
oh,
flip
she's
stuff
so
around.
adorable. Look
Oh
at
my
her.
God. Let me tell you something that happened.
She's
I'm
so
going to tell you about
playful.
something that happened. Have you been to Italy?
No, when I
no,
want to go,
Alex.
but we haven't.
Danette wants to. We want to. People have told us.
Hi, Munchkin.
A friend of ours through Instagram has told us we got to get our asses to Italy.
Okay.
Because
What were you saying?
we're gonna do amazing things there. Oh, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Ange, how are
Ange.
you?
Hi, Ange. How you feeling?
How are you? How are you feeling? What are you doing? How are you? How's the ankle? We're gonna wait for an answer, but I'm gonna tell my story. Danette bought herself.
Ooh, that sounds like fun, Sheila.
What did Sheila say? Let's play Italy before. You ever eat at the Crosstown Diner on Brooklyn Boulevard? Absolutely,
Are you kidding
Joseph
me?
Taylor. What are you
Wait,
crazy?
that's a loaded ass question. That is a loaded ass question.
I remember.
That's where I lived.
That's when Danette lived, like a couple of blocks away from the Crosstown Diner, and that was the place when you were like of a certain
Steven, you're
young
right.
age.
Zarro's in Parkchester that had 3 steps that went down. They had the best bread. You're absolutely right.
I remember that place. But if you were of a certain young age,
What's attached, Ange? What are you talking about?
it's attached still. She means her leg.
Oh, Jesus.
Hopefully, it's still attached. You see, you're gonna miss scared Danette because she's like that, Anne. She gets scared about things like that.
Good.
She
What were you
thinks your
saying
leg
about
is gonna
Munchkin?
fall
You're
off.
forgetting.
But wait, no. First, I have to tell the thing. If you're of a certain young age, you know the Crosstown Diner was where you went after school, after your job at a store, at a deli. You went there for your French fries. Am I correct?
Yes.
We went there. I would work the night shift at the A&P, a couple of doors down, and you'd be like, "Let's see, I gotta get lunch. Is there anything? Oh, nothing's open. Crosstown Diner was open. It was 2:30 in the morning, and I went and got a roast beef sandwich."
We have very different memories of different things that we went through. So, I went to Crosstown with my friends when I was in the 8th grade. We weren't too far from St. Benedict's. Munchkin, you're out of your mind.
Munch was running around like a nut.
Anyway, 6 Brothers in Pelham Parkway.
6 Brothers in Pelham Parkway.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds so familiar, Steven. It's not hitting. What kind of place was it? The 6 Brothers. What kind of place was 6 Brothers on Pelham Parkway?
Anyway, then we used to go to the original Crosstown. Then they revamped it.
They revamped it.
And made the new one, and I would never go there now. They stink.
They stink. They're not good anymore. But like back in the day, and they were 24 hours. It was always a place you could
Triple
go.
G. We used to go to Howard Johnson's. And the roller rink. And remember, if anybody's from the Bronx, do you remember across from Howard Johnson's before they built the cinema? Even before that. That's how long ago. Then
Howard
they built
Johnson's
the cinema.
was where the
6
multiplex
Brothers Diner,
was.
I'm not remembering that.
I don't remember the 6 Brothers. I don't know how I don't remember the 6 Brothers. Maybe my mother would remember if she was still with us.
I don't
Because
remember.
my mother
It sounds
remembered
familiar.
everything about the Bronx, even though she wasn't from the Bronx. Listen, yeah. Oh my God, that just makes me laugh. Before there was a multiplex cinema, there was the Howard Johnson's.
No, you're wrong.
They
Howard
weren't there
Johnson's was on the
together.
other side.
Howard Johnson's was on the other side. I thought
Howard
they
Johnson's
were second
was on the
from
side where
each
Home
other.
Depot is.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And for years, nothing was there until they put the Home Depot. That was the Howard Johnson's. And you go in, they had that ridiculous Friday all-you-can-eat fish fry.
Hi, Breezy. Thank you.
Breezy, how you doing?
Anyway, what were you saying about the Munchkins?
Oh, Munchkins. Just a real quick aside. This is the Munchkins. She's still running around back there.
Oh my God,
I turned
she's
the
getting
camera
ready to
around,
run.
you would see it. She's
Holy
running, she's
shoot.
dashing.
She has all her toys.
Here's the deal that's going on with Munchkin. Danette bought herself a toy. We were at the store the other day. And Danette was like walking
That's
past
what you're
the
gonna talk
Spalding
about?
bouncy balls.
It was a little
She
Spalding.
bought
It
herself
looked like
a
a
toy.
basketball.
She held up her hand and she said to me, "Which ball would you buy?" And I was like, "Why is she buying a ball? They look like a handball."
I want one.
One's the regular, usual pink
It's
Spalding
pink, it says
ball.
Spalding on
And
it.
Spalding, or as her father would say, Spalding.
Okay, go
As
ahead.
that. And the other one was shaped like a tiny basketball. It's about yay big. You could hold it in your
It was
hand.
a tiny
You could
little
play
basketball. It was
handball
adorable.
with it. It's a tiny basketball. It's this big. And Danette goes like this. When she gets it home, she's bouncing it and she goes, here, Munchkin. And she's playing with Munchkin. I said, don't give her the ball, Danette. Don't give her the ball. Does Danette listen to me? Does Danette listen to me? She doesn't listen
She
to me.
wanted to play with
And
it.
guess where the ball is? Can you guess where the ball is?
That's right. It was a drive-in theater. That's right. That's what it was.
That's right.
Before it was the theater.
Before it was the multiplex,
The
was
one
the
on the
drive-in
right.
theater.
You go down
Was
Brooklyn
the
Boulevard.
drive-in
To the right
theater,
was the
Joseph
theater. To the
Taylor.
left was Howard Johnson's. Go ahead, Aunt.
Do
So
you know where the ball is? You know as much as we do because we have no idea where it is. Munchkin lost Danette's tiny basketball.
I don't know
What
where
is
it
she
is.
gonna do without her
I have
tiny
no idea
basketball?
where it is.
How is she gonna play tiny basketball without a tiny basketball?
Wait.
How is she gonna join the tiny New York
hey,
Knicks?
wait a minute. Wait, you said that, Robin, you said Colin and James just did a stream from our neighborhood? Oh, you mean Anthony's neighborhood, right? Is that what you mean?
From the neighborhood, from me, from Harlem, or from the Bronx?
Hi,
Not
Johnny
from the Bronx.
Azaria. Hi.
Johnny Azaria
Johnny,
TV.
do you
Welcome
like
aboard.
Lard Bread?
Do you like Lard Bread?
This
Are
one
you familiar
is
with the
from
Lard Bread?
Napoli.
Napoli
tasted.
Bakery in Brooklyn.
And then
This
this
is
one,
all from Brooklyn, by the way.
this one is
It's
from a pork store.
Bari Pork Store.
And this one
It's from Il
is
Fornaretto.
from Il Fornaretto.
We also got these breadsticks from a
Look
place
at
called
those
Bread
things.
Plus.
Oh.
These are everything breadsticks.
They're so good. All right.
They're so
What were you
amazing.
saying?
And we got mozzarella from the Bari
Yes,
Pork
Anthony's
Store, which I think is
neighborhood
one of the
in
best mozzarellas we've ever gotten.
Was that
It's
the one they did
incredible.
today? We missed it because we were driving
Any
for
kind of
hours.
bread, you don't have a problem.
Was that the
it's
one
a
for
problem you
today?
have, Johnny. I know what the problem is. It's a problem. That is a problem. So what was I saying? Well, I was saying Danette lost her tiny
Jean,
basketball.
lucky. She has a cat. Go ahead, keep going.
Now,
Oh, you would
what was I
love
going to
these.
talk about? What was I going to
About
talk
my
There was something.
basketball?
Oh, you Danette lost her tiny basketball.
Look how they make that little like opening there.
Oh, that's what it was. See, Joseph Taylor mentioned the old drive-in theater where the multiplex
Oh,
was
yeah.
built years later, across from the Howard Johnson's.
Thank you, Sonia.
Now here's the deal. When I was a kid, Joe.
Oh, not today. I probably saw it. Don't remember. Go ahead, keep talking.
When
keep
I was a
talking.
kid. When I was a kid.
Mitchie and Misty Blue.
Oh. When
Those are
I was a
cute
little
names,
kid,
too.
we had there was you know, obviously
were a
there
little
was a
kid?
drive-in theater where the multiplex is. When I was a kid, when we moved to the Bronx, after we moved out of Harlem, we moved to the Bronx. We moved to a neighborhood in the Bronx, which was right next to to where the multiplex was. But then it was the drive-in theater. And I remember as a kid, everybody was like piling out onto the rooftop of the building we lived on. And they were getting out their telescopes because everybody
Why?
had telescopes on the roof. And we were watching the silent version of the movie playing in the drive-in theater. There, people had their binoculars, their telescopes. They're looking through the thing. They're watching.
Wait, in the Bronx?
Yes, and they were watching the silent version. No sound. I'm a kid. I'm like, I wonder what this movie is about because I don't know. All I could do is see
I'll tell him,
what I'm
son.
seeing there.
Thank you.
Oh, we will post
Yeah,
that. We
because
will
that's
post
another
the
weird
pictures.
thing. Where I lived in the Bronx, Anthony only lived like a few blocks away. Can you believe it? It's crazy.
And yet we never met until we were
So we worked in the
we
A&P.
worked in the A&P together. We never ran into each other. So I never told you that story?
No.
We were watching the movie. You want to know what movie it was?
It's amazing how we're married so long, and I've known you so long, and there's still things I don't know. And we talk all the time.
The movie that was playing that night was Blazing Saddles.
Oh, I don't like that movie.
It was a double feature. I don't know why it was a double feature, but I feel like it was a double feature. Blazing Saddles
Isn't it
and
funny how that
Jaws.
happens? Jaws.
I
That's a good movie.
think it was
Stephen,
Jaws
we've
and
never
Blazing
been to
Saddles.
John's, neither him nor I.
Which place? John's.
And I think there's only one left now in Queens,
Yeah,
right?
I don't think it's on Fordham
Or is it
Road.
Long Island?
Not the one on Fordham Road. It's in Queens still. I believe it is in Jackson Heights, the last one.
Okay. Okay.
Jan's. They used to be around the country. There were ones in Florida,
I just
the
remember
ones
Long
in other
Island. I don't
places.
remember
Well, you
one.
wouldn't know about ones in Florida. You were a kid. Tejas, look at
Tejas!
this. That's
Woo!
the man.
Congratulations, Tejas!
You are now
officially
officially
a
a
married
married
man.
man. Mr.
Everybody
Tejas,
congratulate
Congrats to
Tejas.
Tejas.
You got married on Monday, June 8th, and I was thinking about you all day, Tejas.
Yes, she was.
All day. I was looking
Trust
on.
me.
He has a YouTube channel, and I was like, is he gonna post the pictures? Is he gonna post the pictures?
The net went
You're
like
very
this.
welcome.
on-
Mwah, to you and your wife, Tejas.
All the best.
We love you.
The best
we really
to you guys.
do.
1,000 years of
He's
luck
like
and
family
happiness,
in
my
Dubai.
friend.
Yes, many years of
Mumbai,
happiness.
not Dubai. Why is he in Dubai? When did
I'm
he go?
sorry.
Did he go on
India.
vacation? Did he go on
India.
vacation to the Middle East?
You
What
know I'm a
happened?
little ditzy sometimes.
It's not there.
Okay, we're gonna get rid of
We're
that.
gonna get rid of that.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Mazel tov.
Mazel
right.
tov. That's right. All
Okay.
the best. On that day, Danette was like going like this several times. I wonder if Tejas has tied the knot yet. Did the ceremony happen yet?
I did
Let me
not say
check. She
tie
was
the
sa-
knot.
tied
I
the-
don't talk like that.
She didn't say tied
Who
the knot.
talks
I said
like
tied
that?
the knot. I wonder if Tejas' wedding is gone.
I was
gone
thinking,
off yet.
oh, I
She
wonder
was
what he's
thinking,
dressing,
I wonder
what
if
she's
How
dressing.
they're doing
And
it.
I know it's going to be like 3 days, so all the different outfits. I was just
And
like
we,
so happy
we
for
just
you.
knew we were just very happy, and Danette was
Yes.
definitely thinking about you.
Yes, we all did miss you, Tejas. Okay, somebody asked. Hold on.
Robin said Tony's in Beechurst or in Brooklyn.
I'm
Best
going to say
mozzarella.
Tony's in Queens, and this one was so good. I don't
This
even
one's
know.
so good.
And then
in-
on Arthur
in
Avenue, there's
Bensonhurst.
good ones in the Bronx.
I
But
gotta
there's
tell
some in
you,
the Bronx that aren't that good. So
I gotta tell you,
in
so
Queens,
far,
I think Tony's Beechurst.
they
I
have
still
some
love Tony's
amazing
Beechurst.
mozzarellas in like a lot of places. But I would say I think the best I've had is Tony's in Queens, and this one we've now discovered in Brooklyn, which I did. This is not a
I think
cheese
this is
store,
better than Arthur
but
Avenue.
this is better than Arthur Avenue.
This guy who's
one.
making it has been probably making it for years.
They're making it for years. In the store, it was like you walk in the store.
What's
and
the
there's
name
like
again? Tell them. Bari Pork Store?
Bari Pork
Pork
Store,
Store.
King of Sausage.
That's
is
not
the
far
subtitle.
from down
There's
the block
little,
from this
There's a
bakery.
pig in the window. There's a pig in the window.
Yes, there is
And
a pig
as
in
you
the
saw,
window.
if you look at the short, I took a picture. They have like a statue of a pig on the countertop in there. It's like a huge statue. It's like a life-size
Their
pig.
sausage looks fresh. Looks
The
really fresh.
sausage is amazing.
Hi, Buddy Mead. Hi.
Hey, buddy.
All right, so go ahead. What were you saying?
So the sausage
I can't get over those
was great.
breadsticks.
It was like amazing
Try
place. So
some
you
of
walk
this.
in the door and there's like 4 guys working in there, and these are all like there's no children working in there. These are all men that have obviously been working there a long time. Great night, guys. Glad caught you for a little while. So happy to have a new live stream to watch with dinner during the week. See you later. Thanks
Bye,
so much
Chop.
for stopping
Thanks for
stopping
stopping
in.
by.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate
Appreciate the work.
Okay.
Yes, Ange. It said King of Sausage on the marquee
Now, Casa
outside.
del Mozzarella is delicious. It is. That is one of the best in the Bronx. Also, the guy who makes the mozzarella inside the what's the name of it? Mike's Deli. Mike himself makes
Inside
the mozzarella
the Bronx
inside the market.
The Bronx
And in there,
Italian
you can
market.
get it in the oil, like the little small ones that are kind of like curled and tied. You get it in the oil with the celery.
Like the braided
That's
one or
delicious.
the
Braided, that's
bocconcini.
it, braided.
Man, Munchkin's going out of a mind over there.
Andrew, hope you feel better.
We do.
Hope you feel better. I hope that everything's okay now. Like you're settled. Take your time. We're all here. And maybe we can all go to Harold's one day. I know we talked about that last week. Maybe we can go to Harold's all day.
Robin really
one day.
wants us
Robin
to
wants
go.
us to go. She said go more than 2 people. But they don't have the pickle bar anymore. But we'll live. They'll give us pickles.
Oh, you mean Cherry? Oh, it's Cherry Valley in Queens. Never been there. I know which one you mean, Robin. I think is it Cherry
never heard of
Valley?
that.
That's in Whitestone. I think I told Danette about it. The funny thing that's special about them, supposedly,
What are we
is
talking about?
they used to be, it's a deli. Cherry
Ooh.
Valley Deli. They used to be like 24 hours. I don't know if they are anymore. You know, the world changed. But they used to be 24 hours. 24
Yeah.
hours a day deli.
Pro tip: don't trust Yelp or online when it comes to food and restaurants and times and when they open and when they close and what they have.
You really
You
got
have
to
to
go
call
to the
them.
source. You got to go to either, if they have a website, go to their website. If they don't, go with phone numbers, call them up.
Just call them.
Because so many times you get fooled to death. Fooled to death. Raspberry Farms, I'm not sure about that. What is going on back there?
She's climbing the wall now.
No, she's climbing the wall. She's standing on the
I
cabinet.
told
where that
Anthony I want to
TV
get a baby
was.
monitor, see what she does when we're not home.
God only
I
knows
think
what's
I'm
happening.
crazy.
Oh my God, she's going to the other
Munchkin!
side.
What
She's
are you
walking
doing?
behind the other television over there. Now she wants to
That's
step
'cause
on
she
the
was sleeping so long.
Munchkin! Munchie! It's too much. It's too much Munchkin. What is this for me? This is a little snack for me. Look at that, guys.
Raspberry Farms in Whitestone? Never heard of it.
It
Did you ever hear
sounds
that?
funny. It sounds kind of familiar. Like I've seen the name. You know, some things people. You ever notice? Sometimes you're like, you're driving around and you turn your head and you see a business and you see like a name of it and you're like, well, that's an interesting name. I don't know what that is. And then later on, you find out that it's some amazing place.
Like what? Give me an example.
I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know we found them.
Well, this
We're always
place,
passing
this
places.
place, I don't really like the name Bread Plus. I guess it's easy to remember.
Yeah.
I
The
drive
place with the
right
dream
by
cake,
there.
Bread Plus, you would drive right by it. And it looks like a grocery store.
And yet, look at these things. They had them in
But
sesame
that ain't
seeds.
no grocery
Had
store.
them plain. So good. I don't even know where Freddy's Pizza is. I gotta look that up now. Triple G. Hi, Judy. How you doing? Welcome. You're in Texas. Love me? You love me and Anthony? Love me? Very good of you to love me.
Benettieri's Italian Deli in College Point. I'm not familiar
You
with the
recently
place.
found us. Welcome.
Who's that?
Welcome.
Who recently found us?
Judy. She's
Judy?
from Texas.
Judy Davis? Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Bennett's Harry's Italian Deli in College Point. We don't know about any of these places.
You know what it is? There's just so many places. It's so...
Like in Brooklyn, there's more places we didn't even get to. And honestly, we try to stay away
You
from
could just
this
drive
food.
in the car and drive around and you're like...
We don't really eat this that often.
Every 25 seconds you're passing a place and you're going, gee, I wonder if that's good. Gee, I wonder if that's good.
Sometimes
Gee, I
you think
wonder if
about
that's
that
good.
even when it's not food, like other businesses.
Yeah, like some places you can't trust online. Like I put in
Like the
into the
pickleball.
GPS. I wanted to find a place.
You're welcome, Judy.
Il Fortunato to get that bread, and it said they were closed. And I said, I don't know, something doesn't sound right. I can't picture in my head a bakery closed on Saturday. How? So that's why I called them up, and they answered the phone.
Triple G, we were there today. We drove home that way. Howard Beach.
Yeah, we were passed right
What
through.
do you want us to do in Howard Beach?
What should we do in Howard Beach?
We got mozzarella there. Brothers Deli once. Those were good.
Brothers Deli had some good mozzarella balls.
There's a hot dog truck. Only Monday to Friday, not on the weekend. What's it called? Smitty's?
Smitty's.
They have good onion sauce. Another guy who's been there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
I
love
personally I personally
businesses.
think Dominic's is better.
It is better. Dominic's is the best.
You know,
Sorry.
but like better. It's a hot dog. It's still good.
No, Dominic's is better. Bread's good.
Dominic's is still good. No,
Triple G, what do you think that we should go have at Howard Beach? Tell me if there's something I don't know about.
Well, we've been to the pizzeria
curious.
many times. What's that place called? New Park. I personally think New Park is overrated.
I don't know how many people in here are like my age, or maybe a little older.
Then I'd say people of a certain age. Like us, like
That's
I
right,
said.
Ange. Dominic's is the best. Anyway,
Dominic's is by far the
I
best.
love salad pizza. I did not ever hear of La Villa though. Anyway, when I was a kid, my parents used to take us to called Pizza City in Howard Beach. It's this huge place.
Well, actually, before you go on, actually, we drove past La Villa today. I saw it.
Oh, I didn't
saw
see
the
that.
name of the place. You can continue.
Yeah, New Hyde Park pizza is good. It's good because it's New York pizza, but yeah, I think the Bronx pizza is better. I'm a little partial. The Bronx pizza tastes a little different.
Yeah, Italian.
Queens is not, let's put it this way. Queens of all boroughs, I'm even going to put Queens below Staten Island. I think that Queens is probably the least best pizza, in my opinion.
Queens is not a great pizza borough.
There are great pizza places, but as a
but the
whole,
mass,
no.
not that many in Queens.
And me personally, I feel it's because we're too close to Long Island. People in Long Island who make pizza, unless they came from one of the other boroughs like Brooklyn or whatever. Like me personally, I don't like sugar in the sauce. I don't like a sweet pizza. That's my preference. I don't like when the dough is not crispy, right?
Yes, and I know people like Umberto's in Long Island, but
they're okay.
I'm not a huge fan. They're
okay. They're not bad.
They're good.
They're okay.
But are they great? I don't think they compare to the best. If you're in Brooklyn, the Bronx, if you're in Manhattan, if you're in freaking Staten Island.
Staten Island has a big Italian neighborhood. The Bronx makes the pizza a certain way. There's a lot of old traditional pizza places. Brooklyn is like, Brooklyn has
and
Manhattan
tons of pizza places.
Have like the best pizzerias.
Yeah, Staten Island has a huge Italian population, a lot of pizzerias. Many we've never tried, but we've heard. And like Danette said, I think there are several really, really amazing pizzerias in Queens, but it's just not the concentration of them.
Right.
Like in some of the other boroughs.
New Hyde Park is one. Hyde Park really is one of them.
New Park is really good.
Yeah.
It's one of the better ones.
Compared to like our neighborhood places.
I think the place that we did a review for, that we made our video about.
Manos, that's brand new.
Which is a
one
brand
of the best
new place.
In Queens.
Manos, Nick, the owner there, is doing
We have
things.
to go back. There was one we didn't try, the Manapelli.
And anybody that gets out to Queens, I'm going to give a shout out to Nick and Manos.
Yes, absolutely.
Shout out. He is doing things that they are not doing at most other pizzerias. And he's a young guy. He's talented.
Late
He's
20s,
only getting
30s.
better.
Yeah.
His pizza's only going to get better. And if he flourishes there, you're going to be hearing a lot more about him. That review from us.
Yes.
And that review that Antonio from Pizza Reviews on the Go did on that restaurant. Those won't be the last visits.
No.
You'll see. Because he's only going to get more.
And he reminds
needs more notoriety. He's doing things other pizzerias aren't doing yet.
He reminds me of a person
Queens,
that 50 years from now, he's the guy that's going to be the one that started the mom and pop. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the one 50 years from now that has been making great pizza.
Lucali's,
we haven't gone yet.
Knows that. And some
I'm
parties we've heard.
Lucali's.
We've never were at some parties yet, just like we haven't been to Sally's yet.
We got to go there.
Joseph was at Sally's today and got white clam.
Lucali's. I love John's Pizza. Not my favorite, but John's Pizza is great. L&B in Brooklyn, if you like something a little different. It's not my favorite, but it's still good.
The upside down pie.
Yeah.
They're the originator of that upside down.
Totono's, remember, we're talking about different ways of making pizza in different ovens. But Totono's, I went there when I was 6 years old. I saw the old man hovered over like this, putting the sauce on the pie. When we went as a kid, we went to Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. We always went to Brooklyn for the hot dogs. Let's face it, my father loves hot dogs, my whole family. We go to Nathan's. And that particular day, Nathan's was closed. So my father asked a local, can you suggest a restaurant so I could bring my children so we can eat? What is a good restaurant here? And they told him to go on Surf Avenue, down the block, go to a place called Totono's. They have the best pizza. And we went. And I remember that my father was like, well, is this for real? There was no name. There was no name Totono's. It was just a little half curtain on the window. Like it had the double window, like the old windows with a half curtain. No advertisement. We were like, is this the right place? And we went inside and there he was, the old guy making his own pizzas. I mean, the memory of that
And
for me is
remember,
unbelievable.
we recently found out that old guy, that wasn't even
No.
Piro. That wasn't even Totono Piro, the
No.
original owner. That was the son.
That was the son, and
That
he
was
was
the
like in his
son.
70s.
And he was like 70 or 80 when Danette was a kid.
And the pizza
That's an
was
old
amazing.
pizzeria. That was an old pizzeria. But they're
So when we go
part
to
of the group.
Yes.
Which was like, the whole group
Grimaldi.
that like from, whatchamacallit, from Patsy, was it? I believe it was Lombardi's was the first pizzeria in America. Lombardi's, Gennaro Lombardi. And the guys that worked for him were Totono Piro, who opened up his own pie shop. Patsy Lancieri, Patsy Grimaldi learned from Patsy Lancieri. Patsy Lancieri is the guy who opened up on 116th Street in Harlem, or 118th Street. I can't remember the street now, but it's up there. We gotta pay a visit to that when we do
we gotta
our.
go to Patsy's.
Well, eventually, Danette and I are planning to do a pilgrimage to Anthony's place of birth in Harlem, and we're gonna stop by Patsy's to
and
like.
we're gonna pass that rail, bastards.
Now, past that rail bastard on 114th Street.
I agree with you,
away from-
Ange. I think that Judy's talking about not having a lot of good pizza places, but
you have other
my
things.
goodness,
that
what you must have
that we
over
can't
there.
get here.
Mhm.
You're not gonna get that.
That's
kind of-
everyone that's in the
You're not
chat.
gonna get those kind of foods here in New York. Maybe you could get like a variety of things. You could probably get pretty decent barbecue here now, but it's not gonna compare to like
But you know what
the
happens?
originators.
If you're lucky, someone from where that there originates from moves to your area, and then they bring either the starter bread or the recipe, or they come from
Mhm.
Italy or wherever, from Greece. They bring something or a recipe that they make, and then you can have the taste of it, and that's what brings you back home. Like Susan said that she's from Bayside area. I remember, and she misses the stuff she had. But if you can find a person who's from the New York area that moved to where you are, then you can get that same flavor, the same taste,
Yes. You gotta find those kind of guys. I know they have some amazing pizzerias, for instance, in Arizona, supposedly. As a couple of really amazing places in Arizona. It's guys that came from New York.
Right.
They come from New York.
If you want, like,
They
even
tell
the
those
Italian
legendary
delicacies.
things, like they tell you things like say, "Oh, I have the water imported." Everybody says it's the water. New Yorkers, New York pizza guys say it's the water.
There's nothing like
I
New York
saw
water.
once in
Who
an
knows?
interview. What was it that pizzaiola? Who's pizzaiola?
Sullivan?
Is no, it was like a pizzaiola. I forget who he was. He was a very obnoxious
Oh,
guy.
I know who you mean.
Who claimed
Didn't he own one
like
of the
that,
pizzerias
like
in Manhattan?
Italians in Italy only wish they made pizza as good as I do.
Oh, that's
you
fun,
gotta
Judy.
have. I heard someone once say to make pizza really good. Some guy that was being interviewed, a pizza maker, who said a really great pizzeria owner, really great pizza maker, is incredibly arrogant and always knows
think
his
their way is the
pizza's
best.
better than that other guy's. I know the way it's supposed to be done. They can be really arrogant, those guys. And they make some incredible pies. All my pizza knowledge, I had a job once in the Bronx, and there was a pizzeria open very close to where I worked. And I would go in there. It was a place that was called Casablanca. I guess it's still there now, but it's a different guy that owns it. The pizza sucks now.
my
It's
God.
terrible. But when it was the original
Still
owner,
better than Queens,
it
though.
was the original owner. I don't know about that because it was pretty bad when they reopened it. But the original owner had a guy making the pizza there. His name was Joe. Another Joe. It's a lot of Joes Italian pizza making. His name was Joe, and they would make great pizza. He had amazing pizza. I got all my pizza knowledge about the sizes of pies,
Yeah,
how
good
they
soup,
weigh their
too.
things, and he made amazing soup. His favorite line was, "I came in there, I would buy Danette the soup, the pasta fazool," which Danette doesn't like.
And I don't
pasta
usually like it,
fazool.
but it was a white
She
one.
doesn't,
It was
and
like
the pasta
northern
fazool
beans.
was so. I want to curse. It was so effing delicious.
What did I say to
That
you?
like Danette when This is liquid gold. This is liquid
I
gold,
said, this
Anthony.
this is liquid gold.
I went like that. I went back
and
the
it's
next day.
gold. It was like northern beans.
I went back the next day. I went to the pizzeria. I said I went there for lunch because there wasn't much to eat around there. There was this really expensive, annoying deli that you could get lunch at, and I thought they were overrated. Or you could eat at the pizzeria. So I went to the pizzeria. I got my pizza. I got my pizza from Joe, and he said, I gave my wife some of your soup yesterday, Joe.
Yes,
and he said,
Triple J.
yeah, what did she think about it? That's how exactly he said it. What did she think of the pizza? And I said, she said it was liquid gold.
No, not the pizza, the soup.
No, the soup. What did she think of the soup? I said, she said it was liquid gold. And he went like this. That's what I'm talking about. And he looked at the owner of the place because he wasn't the owner. He was just a pizzaiola. He looked at the owner and he said, did you hear that? Liquid gold. Every time I walked in there, I said, liquid gold, Anthony, liquid gold. I'd look in the door and go, liquid gold.
That
was my nickname, liquid gold. I
Pro
was
tip,
golden.
Anthony's new name is
Pro
Liquid
tip,
Gold.
Liquid gold is the way to go, especially with your goddamn soup products.
I think that's when I started loving
soup.
more soup, is when we used to get it from there.
It's right, that's right.
Do you remember Pearl's Pizza by the OTB on Tremont? Are you talking about the square? Because I think that's what you mean. The square.
Yeah, was it on Westchester Square? I gotta wait for that answer.
If you're talking about the square, Triple G, do you remember, if that's what you're talking about, do you remember a B. Brown jewelry store? B. Brown. Now,
Yeah,
there was a
remember B. Brown?
mom and pop business.
There was that's what Danette really wanted to say. There was a mob and pop business.
I don't know anything about that.
That was a mob and pop.
I don't know anything about that.
The guys coming in there. Guys would come in there. I was in there to buy something for Danette one day.
Yeah, my engagement ring. This is where it came from.
No, that wasn't the engagement ring day. That wasn't
when
the
you bought my
engagement ring
Danette
day.
necklace?
I got the Danette necklace or the ankle bracelet that I got.
Okay,
for you.
whatever.
One of the
Go
things.
ahead.
So I went in there. I was standing
You're
in
making me
there, and some
nervous
guy in a
after you-
tracksuit came. Why am I making you nervous?
Just go ahead.
The guy in a tracksuit came in, and he was like, he took like a roll of bills like that wide out of his pocket and went, oh, I need a few of those bracelets. My daughter needs a bracelet. And he's like throwing down hundreds.
Not
the square. Sure,
Where
I remember
OTB?
B.B.
I don't
Brown.
remember that.
They had the clock outside the building.
That's
outside
right.
of the building that was amazing, Triple G, that you remember. The clock. I remember
Anthony
the clock.
got my engagement ring and wedding bands at B. Brown.
B.
and
Brown.
it was specially made.
I paid on time.
He went first to find the...
It was a lot more than 1 month's pay. Or
him a
2
long
months
time.
pay, or whatever the fuck.
Hey!
Whatever they tell you you're supposed to do. What? Bad language. It was whatever they say you're supposed to do. It was a lot more than I made.
Wait.
That was an expensive one. Pearl's was on the Tremont, on the same side as Villaggio
Yes.
on Tremont.
Yes, I remember that now.
That place, yes. We do remember that.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
That was the pizzeria. Was it next to
Bellagio's.
Bellagio's?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Jonina's, yes.
Yes.
I remember that. We ate there once.
Anthony's
Robert.
making merry on one damn beer.
I'm making merry on the one
Anyway,
beer.
he picked out the stone emerald cut, and then he had to pick out the design. So that's where we got
I
it.
designed her ring. I designed her ring myself. It was a drawing.
I still love it. I would get the same exact
And let me
one.
tell you, the drawing was
All
very
over
rudimentary because I have no art skills.
You didn't draw it, did you?
Yeah, I did. I drew a little picture. The little pizza
didn't know
place
that.
across from Frank B's. That's right. It was very little, very small.
Wait a minute.
It only had like those 2 tables or whatever, 3 tables.
I used to go there as a kid. I would go there after school with my friends. We'd hang out in that pizzeria.
We went there and we got slices too.
Yeah,
sometimes.
we did. It was very
After the
small.
movies.
You walk in.
We went to
walk
the
out.
Interborough 4.
Oh my
Remember
God,
that
the
Triple G?
Interborough.
The Interborough. That was our first date. The Interborough. It looked like they were. By then, by the time we went there for our first date, by then United Artists was not doing good. By then it looked like they were hanging a white sheet
And
to show the
when we
movies
were in,
on.
I went to St. Benedict's and I was a kid. St. Benedict's had pizza parties sometimes, or we would be in the bowling club.
Your mother's bread.
And we would go to get like pizza at what's the place that just closed across from the funeral parlor? I can't believe I can't remember.
Louis
the name.
Seafood.
Louis Seafood. We used to go there and they just make like smaller pies, and the pies would be like in a triangle. And Louis Seafood, they're gone. They closed after all these years. When you go back to the old
There's a
neighborhood and you
sushi
see
restaurant
all
there
these
now.
places that closed that you grew up with, you know? Like I think they still have the same tower from the Interborough.
They do.
And Frank B's closed.
I think so.
And
Did the
Frank
B's close it?
Oh my God! I would have loved to go with Carla and James to Frank B's. When you used to walk on the floor and it would crackle, it was so old. And that guy had it for years, and his children. It was going. Remember that all the way down the
Actually, you remember Carla said she remembers Frank B's.
Oh, that's right. She's from the
Yeah,
Bronx.
it is. She's
right?
from the Bronx. She
I forgot.
remembers Frank B's. I told her that was the store where Danette lived.
Yes,
where you could
Fiesta
buy
Bowl.
everything.
That's where we used to go as kids from St. Benedict's.
The Fiesta Bowl.
Yes, we all were part of the bowling in my family.
Fiesta Bowl
My
became
brothers-
a joint that had like physical therapy or something.
Myself, my two brothers, and my mother. My father was the only one that didn't bowl. He used to go to the YMCA and play basketball. He was very, very athletic, my father. And his favorite was baseball. But, what is this? I know, every time I say St. Benedict's, you did too. In
The
Detroit.
Rangers
Isn't that
lost,
weird?
Robin.
Oh, shucksy. Oh, well.
That craps out. Wait till next year.
Why do you guys always say that? That's another whole year away.
Well, that's what you do. You wait till next year.
And then there's all those other teams that say the same thing. Oh, wow, that peanut butter. Oh, it smells so good. Sorry, Robin, if you're a big fan. I apologize. Don't wait till next year. Rangers are cursed. Are they cursed, Anthony?
94, they beat the curse. It's not technically a curse anymore.
My favorite Ranger of all time was the goalie.
They needed to what they needed to do to win the series was they had to rub down Marc Messier with a whole bunch of Aspercream and Bengay, throw him back out on the ice
Marc Messier.
just for a few shifts, like running the offense on a few shifts, power play.
Do you think
And
he still watches?
they would have probably won. They needed him there
They
just
need
on
the
the
oldies.
ice.
What was the guy's name again? The goalie. I forgot his name.
What for the Rangers in '94?
Yeah.
Mike Richter.
Who was the one after that?
We had others. Then they had Lundqvist. For
Lundqvist.
a
That's
while.
the one I liked. Richter was good too, though. I like Lundqvist. I thought he was amazing. Yes, like when
And
he
the
was
current
playing.
one is Shesterkin. 94
2
was
to 1. No. That's
Oh. They need
Yeah,
a
it
little
was a long
Messier.
time ago.
I think they need a new coach.
well, probably now that
I
they
know the
lost.
coach got them far, but they could use a new coach.
Are we?
Thank you, Judy.
Are
Thank
we
you
like,
very much. What? Are we what?
No, I saw us get stuck. I thought maybe we were stuck.
Oh, no, I don't think we're buffering. We're not buffering.
The Mask, great show. Anthony might know this. Show or is that a movie? The Mask? I don't know what that is.
You mean
He's
the
right.
movie?
The movie The Mask? Is there a show The Mask? Oh my God, we just finished watching a show. You guys have to check it out. What was it called? I don't know what anything's called.
Oh, the show that just ended that
Yeah.
we were watching? Oh, we were watching Station 11.
Yeah, that was great. You guys
That
have
was
to,
very
have
good.
To watch
That was very good. If you want to watch something, HBO Max.
What is
rather.
it? Eight? It was
It's
a mini
8 episodes. It's like a mini series.
That was
It
excellent.
was amazing. Danette was like skeptical. She thought it was
Because
too
I thought
like
it was kind of scary, but it
too
wasn't.
sad. And then like she got in totally
It was great.
freaking engrossed by it.
It's really
and it
good
was like,
writing.
you mean that's it? It's over? I said, yeah, that's the end of the story. And then she was like, I guess it is. I guess it is the end of the story. Because it really is good.
Look forward to it when it's really good.
It was amazing. The Mask, I don't remember. Do you mean the movie? Because there were two movies, The Mask. There was The Mask, the Jim Carrey movie, and then there was Mask, the Cher movie with Eric
like Obsession
Stoltz.
said. The Mask was a movie with Cher in it, and I can't think of his name. The good guy looking guy in there.
There was Eric Stoltz playing the son, I think, or whatever, but he was under the heavy makeup.
He did Triple G? I didn't know that.
What is
Lundqvist
that?
would make custom headgear goalie masks and give them to charities. Oh, that
He
makes
did.
me like
No,
him
he did.
more.
No, he did
I love
actually.
Lundqvist.
That's
I like
actually
him.
true.
Yeah.
That is actually true.
I remember when it was always almost, way back when he played, it was almost like they almost lost, and because of him, he did so many great saves that they were like, he was such a big part of the team, you know?
Lundqvist was a really good goalie. It's
Yeah.
really, it's one of those guys. Oh, that's one of those guys where you go like this and
I think
you
he's
say,
a commentator now.
yes. It's one of those guys where you say, it's a shame he never got a Stanley Cup with the Rangers. That's the
Oh my
deal.
God, I'm an idiot. I've been on Top Chat this whole time. No wonder
No,
I don't
I think you
understand.
got. I think you got most.
I
of
might
it.
have missed something.
Nah.
My dad taught me how to bowl a fiesta, Stephen Fox.
The
says.
Fiesta.
Stephen, are you
my
from
God.
the Bronx?
You from the Bronx, Steve?
Wow. I love the Fiesta. Now, the Fiesta Bowling Alley used to have, if you guys remember Fiesta, whoever's from the Bronx, do you remember when you would walk out the door, there was like the double doors, or when you walked in, on the left-hand side would be like the old candy machines where you pull it out and the candy would fall, or they had the cigarette machines where you pull, not the kind where you press it, you put the money
You
in,
pull
like it
that
was
thing out,
75
that knob,
cents, and you
and
pull
then
it,
some
and then
shit
it
would
whoop,
fall down.
and it looked like the cigarette machine, but it was
It
candy.
looked like a cigarette machine, but you
Oh,
get like a
man,
freaking
like,
Mars
See,
bar.
this
or
is one of the
something.
reasons why I like taking pictures. Now, if I had, of course, we didn't have cell phones back then, but if I happened to have a camera, which I didn't on me at the time, which I wish I did, I would really love to remember those things. The Fiesta had the double deck, like you would look up and the people would be upstairs, and it was just so much fun that time. It was so much fun. And I used to be a good bowler. I would get like all kinds of trophies all the time. And it was just so much fun. I would wait for my parents to pick us up. And just the memories of that. Now it's gone. Like I said,
Yep.
everything's gone. Like you
All
remember,
those old
you know?
school things. You know, when me and Danette were dating, it was like back in the '90s. I would tell her things like, you know, someday, you know, not that long
Oh,
from
Sam
now.
Elliott. That's who Lucky meant.
Not from. Oh yeah, he was the male lead, the romantic lead, actually. Yes, Sam Elliott.
What were you saying when we were what?
Back in the '90s, I would like say to Danette things like, you know, like someday soon they're gonna have things like that you can like phones
I know,
you
I
can
didn't
carry
believe
around
him.
with you, and they'll have like computers that you could just walk around with in your hand. And Danette would look at me with a straight face and say, "Yeah, Anthony, not in our lifetime. We'll be dead by then." I was like, I sure hope not. It's like,
Ass.
I was
You're
like,
an ass.
every time I would tell Danette,
You're
you
an
know,
ass.
sometime soon we're gonna have this, and I would fill in the blank with some technological achievement of some
Hey,
sort,
listen.
and she'd go, "Not in our lifetime,"
We
and then keep walking, and I go, "That's my girl."
Yeah. I was very doubtful. Anyway, yeah, so
She's
now
one
when you have
skeptical
phones,
lady.
you just take pictures. All right, anyway. Does anybody else do weird things with their significant other or their best friend or someone else they hang out with a lot?
How weird are we
Their
talking?
parents. Like the other day, we were in a doctor's office and there was they have it still, the doctor's office still does the 6 feet stuff, a lot of them. And you know, you still have to wear a mask and it's Manhattan. And
We're in a doctor's office, and the chairs are like
they're like so far away.
70 feet
So
away
Anthony's
from
over
each
there.
other.
I can't see him. The walls between us. I'm over here. And I'm like, first of all, this crazy guy comes walking in. And like, so we just start sending messages to each other.
There's a crazy guy. He was trying to tip the girl behind the desk.
And she's like, no, really.
No, really,
I
I
don't want
can't
any
take a
money.
tip.
I don't want you to buy me breakfast. I don't want to get
He wanted
fired
to
is what
buy
she
her
should have
breakfast.
said.
He wanted,
Because you
I'll
don't
buy you
accept
breakfast.
anything
I'll
from
buy you
people.
breakfast, honey. Come on, sweetheart. Let me buy you breakfast. All right, I'll give you here's $10. Here's $10.
She's
No,
like,
I don't want any
no,
money.
I don't want
any
the money.
Go away. I don't want any money.
I felt like yelling out, all right already. Stop with the friggin' trying to
Stop
get her
with the
something.
money. Stop. She doesn't want any cash.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you very much.
It was creepy. It was very creepy. So anyway, I started sending Anthony, like pictures, like gifs of Napoleon Dynamite, and all I could hear is him laughing. I can't see him, but I can hear him laughing.
I was around the corner.
And then he sends one back to me, and I'm laughing. The two of us are communicating. People in the waiting room probably don't even know we're together, and we're sending gifts to each other. Does anybody else do weird shit like that?
Then it's sending me things like gee, I love technology, always and forever, and I'm like going like this, and I'm sending Vote for Pedro back to her.
It's a funny movie. I like that movie.
I bet I could throw this football over that office.
Listen, now's a good time to talk about Instagram, because I know a lot of people in here don't have Instagram. So,
Instagram has photographs and reels, which are sort of like TikTok. If you would like to follow us on...
That's right.
What was that? Vote
How
for
do you
Pedro.
even know that, Napoleon?
Napoleon, how can you even know that?
Who's gonna kick me with these bad boys?
Who's gonna want a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys? Every once in a while, I'll say that to Danette.
What's the other one? My left foot. My other
my
left
right
foot.
foot, my right arm. My other right arm. The other right arm. My other right arm. Now
Anyway,
I'm just
what
gonna
were you
break the
saying?
wrist. Ah!
What were you saying while I eat this?
What was I saying? What was I talking
I don't
about?
know.
Oh, Instagram. If you would like to follow us on Instagram and see some lovely shenanigans sometimes that I pull editing reels, or like Danette doing her lovely photography with her photographs of like sandwiches we might eat or something, anything. Statues at baseball games where we do photographs and I make up reels and I set them to music. If anybody would like to do that,
This peanut butter is amazing.
go to Instagram and follow us at Danette_and_Anthony. That's what we're called. And you'll find us easy peasy lemon squeezy.
It's just that Instagram is great.
Instagram is
It
great.
was because
Danette
of
likes
Nick.
it. Actually, yeah,
Nick,
Nick.
from the pizzeria.
Nick from the pizzeria.
From Manos told
from
us.
Manos. He's a great guy and he gave us great advice. It's fun. It's a lot of fun too. I actually have fun making reels. I didn't think I would.
You're welcome, Judy.
What's that, Judy?
She said, "Thank you guys for being date night
My
tonight."
date tonight. Well, it's appreciated.
Munchkin must have died out because it's quiet.
Oh yeah, she finally fell over. I think. Oh yeah, there she is. She conked out. The cat is unconscious on
That's
the couch.
because she knocked herself out.
She knocked herself out. All I see is white feet. She's all tucked in because of her, because of her tuxedo
Oh my
nature.
god, this is so good. This peanut butter.
Would you guys buy a whole peanut butter cake next time, or is it too big?
I think it's too
I would
big.
want to buy one, but it's too big
It's too
probably. We gotta wait till we have company. I hate waiting for company.
This is just enough. I would like to try
They
the
don't have
chocolate one.
they didn't have an egg cream and a tuna melt. Every place should have a tuna melt, Joseph
Huh?
Taylor. At the Crosstown Diner, they
That's
didn't have
disgusting.
a tuna. How could they not have a tuna melt? Every diner should have a tuna melt.
Every diner should have an egg cream. They used to
Every
make them.
diner should have an egg cream, actually. Make an egg cream. What's another place that was like that in that same neighborhood, that area of the Bronx?
What, Bronx?
That Triple G was talking about. Oh,
Bosco's?
do you remember Busco's or
The
Bosco's?
meatball parmesan was the bomb.
The meatball parmesan was really good. No other sandwich there was that good, according to me.
My
I might
mother-
be the only one who didn't like it.
My mother would ask the woman
But the meatball parm was good.
during the day. The women would, a long time ago, the women used to make the food there. The mothers would. I ate the peanut.
What? Wait a minute, I never got a second slice? Wait a minute. Now I know why he was asking would I get a whole cake next time.
Oops.
I thought I'd get another slice at least.
You can have this.
Thank you. That was
I
very
ate the rest of the
unfair.
peanut butter. I was talking and I just kept going
I
in.
didn't even notice.
I'll get you.
God,
one
I
last
didn't
time.
pay attention.
Anyway, my mother used to go in there and ask them if they would make
Italian, man.
potatoes and eggs or peppers and eggs, because it's an Italian thing. Most Italian people eat that, and they did. They used to make it fresh, the peppers and eggs and the.
That's right. She
The
did that.
potatoes
She
and
did
eggs.
get that there. That was good too, actually.
It was delicious because it was hot. They made it fresh. When she didn't want to cook it herself, she used to make it all the time. They would make it.
Not every pizzeria made that back in those days.
Wait. Mike Rizzo from Bronx 12 News was raving about Crosstown's Italian cheesecake?
Really?
Get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of
They don't know
here.
what they're talking about. Here's a story I'll tell you.
Here's a story I'll tell
Hold
you. Mike
on.
Rizzo don't know shit.
Who's Mike Rizzo? Don't do it, Ants. Don't do it.
Rizzo.
If you want
That's the
some
story
more,
I'll
it's
tell
right
you. Mike Rizzo don't know anything about Italian
on.
cheesecake.
What was the name of that diner on Boston Post Road that closed? It was there forever. What was the name of that diner? It's
Which
still
one?
there. That Boston Post Road.
I mean, the building's still
Yeah,
there.
what was the name of that diner? Do you remember?
Pelham Bay Diner.
Okay, so Pelham Bay Diner, before it closed, was so bad. It was really, really bad. It was bad.
It was horrifying.
Was like, it didn't look bad. It was the food and
It
the
looked
people in
great.
the kitchen were horrifying. And I remember we walked in the door once, right before they, like not right before they closed.
And they were
a couple years
fancy. They had a
before.
fireplace.
Yeah,
Who's
fireplace,
Had
it
what
was
diner had a
huge.
fireplace?
And I remember in the front it said, what was his name? Ernie Anastas. How I never
Ernie
forget this.
Anastas.
Ernie Anastas from Channel 7.
From Eyewitness
From
News.
Eyewitness News said it was the best diner in the Bronx, and he would come there and blah blah blah. And
I'm traveling from all over the city to go
And
to
I-
Pelham Bay Diner.
Right, and I remember
Stick it up your ass, Ernie.
all the years that we went there, and at the end when I saw that, their bathroom would be
Bite me, Ernie.
disgusting. Like the bathroom was. Do you guys see us?
Are we back again?
Do you see us there?
Are we buffering? I don't want to lose. What do you call? So Danette and Anthony. Hello.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
Something happened. All right, so go ahead. What were you saying?
We had something. One time I went in the men's room.
We're
at-
back. Go
We're
ahead.
back. One time I went in the men's room at Pelham Bay Diner and I opened
Thanks
the
for
door to
hanging in
one of
there.
the stalls and the door fell off in my hand.
Get out of here.
No, get out of here. I wanted to get out of there, but like you can't like get out of there when you gotta go.
And Ernie Anastas said that it was the best diner.
And we used to say, I didn't know Ernie's never taken a
I was
dump
like,
in here before.
are you kidding me? Did Ernie not use the bathroom? It was so gross. And that was it. I never went back. It was gross.
Ernie never took a dump in the Pelham Bay Diner. He only ate soup.
I mean, like, what's that all about? However, back in the day, Crosstown's regular cheesecake wasn't bad. I don't know where they got it from. I don't think they made it. I don't think they have Italian cheesecake. Did they change it?
When they start making Italian cheesecake?
Well, we haven't been there in a long time, so I
When
don't
they
know.
start doing that? Did the Greek guy that owns the place sell it to some
Goddamn Ernie
Italian guy?
Anastas. Pelham Bay Diner got me sick one time. I barely made it home to the toilet. The food went right. Oh my
See?
God! Don't you want to then you want to tell Ernie Anastas like you like stick it? You don't know what you're talking
Like,
about.
Go stick it in your ear.
Do you
stick
eat
it in
anywhere
your
else?
ear, Ernie.
Oh,
Ernie
that's
never ate
awful.
out. It was that one time out of 10 years he ate out.
Oh no, they were probably like who knows? Maybe they paid them or something. Who knows?
They paid the guy. But
I don't know.
And now they're closed, but the building's still there. Is that the place where your father and your mother like there to eat and like your mother was like drunk because it used to be called before it was called the Pelham Bay Diner. He said it was called
It was
the Brown Derby.
fancy. It was a
And it was fancy.
restaurant.
So they had left over the fireplace in the back room at the diner. And her mother
Yeah,
told,
see, they
her
don't
father
make it
told some
themselves.
story that they went there and she had way too many cocktails. So he had to like stick his finger down her throat so she would throw up.
Oh my God, Anthony!
These are the wonderful tales.
Why'd you tell that story?
These are the tales that her father, Mr. Honesty himself, would tell
I don't know about that.
around the table about the
Wait,
the
she
family.
was sick, or she
He
drank
said
too
she
much?
drank too much. Your mother had too many cocktails at the fancy restaurant, the Brown Derby. They said, like, then they turned it into the Pelham Bay Diner. They said that was the back room was the
Yes, it was
leftover
the
of it.
catering room.
They had catering. You don't remember that story?
No, I don't.
I said that
But
was.
apparently you do.
I remember that story because those were the kind of stories her father would tell. Her father was
My
this
father was
strangely
very
honest
colorful.
guy who was very colorful. He'd tell you stories like out of the clear blue sky, and like he'd tell a story like that, and he'd tell it with a straight face, and then Danette's mother would be sitting there like staring at him, giving him that death stare, like really you had to bring that one up, right?
Okay.
You can't tell
Well,
any.
Anthony, it's plugged into the electricity. What is going on?
It's not the electrical power.
Then what is it?
Are we
your
back?
phone?
Yeah, it must be the internet.
Come on, we're on this long and
We're
then all of
on
a sudden
the
the
internet.
goes out.
Guys, we gotta be back, I'm sure.
Sorry.
Are we back?
Sorry about
Are
that.
we back again? I know we're back.
Yep, thank you, Lucky. If that happens again, Anthony, come on.
I don't know what that's all about. That means we're having
Juniors is hard to beat. And I'm talking about the original
Juniors is hard to beat.
Like the regular Juniors, the plain Juniors. And then the other ones are delicious too. Juniors is very hard to beat. And I think the one in Brooklyn is the best. Not the one you buy in the store or anything like that. You got to go to Brooklyn.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, that does not sound good, Jack Rabb.
Oh, that's
rainy.
not good.
See, we want to go to so we went to Pepe's a long time ago, actually with my parents, and we had a clam pie and I think a
Clam
regular.
pie and a regular
I did
pie.
not like the clam at all. I love clams. I'll have it fried, raw.
My personal
Clams
feeling is
casino,
she's not gonna
anything
like
clam.
a clam pizza anywhere.
But I think what I don't like is they put too much garlic. I don't like the raw garlic laying on the oil so greasy like that. Now this is pretty greasy, but it's not like that. And I want to go to Sally's, then that other place, Saparo's. But the one I really want to try is Modern. That place looks good. I don't know if it's as good. I don't know, but one day we'll get back to Connecticut.
We'll get back to Connecticut. I suspect, I'm going to tell you the truth, I suspect you're probably not going to like anybody's clam pie because I don't think you're like the
S&S
clam
from the
pizza
Bronx.
type.
Yeah, you mentioned that once before. And someone, I think maybe Triple G said Cascons and Whitestone. I looked it up, and that place looks good too. As a matter of fact, they have rainbow cookies with cannoli cream in the middle.
Which is unusual.
Very interesting. Remember, I told you I'm not a big cannoli cream person, but I was very intrigued by that. I've got to try one of those.
100%.
We're going to get there too. Yep,
We're gonna get
Cascons
there
you
too.
mentioned, right. What were you saying it?
What was I saying? What were we talking about?
Oh, Pepe's is corporate now. Yeah, I know. There's so many of them. We used to go to the one in Yonkers because we had friends who come into New York, and they didn't want to go to. We didn't want to go to Connecticut. It was too far. So we went to one in Yonkers years ago, and it was bad. It wasn't good.
We've also been to the one in
Mohegan Sun. That
which
one's
is
okay.
surprisingly good.
Yeah, it's
actually.
okay.
If you
But
think
you
about
get the
a
everything
casino,
on it. You get the everything.
if you're in a casino and you're looking
it's
for
very
pizza,
popular.
that's better than any pizza you can get in any other casino in the world.
But
That's what I try to say is sometimes when people go, you know what I mean, Danette. Sometimes when people say, "Oh, this isn't as good as this," you got to judge it against what you're judging it against. Like if I'm talking eating at a casino and I'm talking pizza, you could do a hell of a lot worse than going to Frank Pepe's in Mohegan Sun.
oh no,
The
it's
pizzeria,
not like
if you're
that.
getting pizza in a casino, it's basically like you're getting dollar pizza.
Or cardboard.
You're getting cardboard. You got to
Yeah.
judge against what you're judging. Like if I'm comparing pizza and like I saw someone say once that the best pizza in Florida that he had while he was there on a trip to Florida was not as good as 7-Eleven pizza here in New York. That is a bold statement, but I have a
7-Eleven
feeling
is
it might be
terrible.
true.
7-Eleven.
Dollar pizza is better than the best pizza in Florida. And in New York, we're like chauvinists about pizza.
Did you say
And
Sally's outside underwent? That was last week. What did they do? I don't know what he's saying. Is it underrated or it was
under a tent?
Under
I
a
was
tent.
there last
Oh,
week.
you were there last week under a tent?
You were there at the outdoor seating?
Do you think Sally's is better than Pepe's?
Yeah, what's your opinion?
Oh, Steven said Zupari's uses Little Neck, which is different from Pepe's. Well, that's interesting because I refuse to get the big clams. I only like Little Necks. I don't care how small they are or if you get twice as much. The Little Necks, there's a big difference between the Little Neck clams and the big clams, in my opinion. I do not like that chewy, too much chewing. I can't take that. It has to be soft. Little Necks taste different to me. They're not the same. So, yes.
100% different,
Oh, he
different
said-
feeling to it.
What did he say?
That Pepe started as a cart going to the factories in the Worcester Square area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, then he Pepe
But didn't
worked
Sally's
for.
also start to go to other places now too? I think.
I think Sally's has started like opening other
But I don't
branches
know. I've
now
never
too.
been there.
These guys are like they're starting to move out. They're starting to like try to grow their brand. But I think Sally's is not owned by the original family anymore.
Got a small white clam, so it was good. Did it have like a lot of raw garlic on it? And was it like undercooked in the middle? See, a lot of times places make the, it's very greasy and it has like the clams and it's not cooked enough in the middle. And that's, really that's all about cooking pizza because when you put it in, you want to keep turning it so it gets cooked on each side and in the center. And a lot of times it's kind of raw in the middle, and it's
Joe says no.
sloppy. Okay, then I would try it. I would go there and try it. Thanks for telling us.
Thanks for telling us.
Yeah,
Joe.
Robin, you have to go to Nordic. Don't even get me started on Nordic.
The bucket
That's a
list
bucket
is
list.
you got to go there. You got to try it at least. If you got to try it at least once. I say
It's
if
an
you live
experience.
if you live in this part of the country, if you live around this part of the country, it's a nice road trip. It's
And the
a really
place
nice
is
road
really
trip.
nice.
And if you live elsewhere in the country, and you're gonna be on the East Coast at some point, and you're a seafood crazed person, like you're a seafood head, that kind of person. If you're coming for a visit to like anywhere around Rhode Island, make a side trip there. Make a side trip there for it because it's pretty. That is a damn good place.
Oh no, the
Mets are losing to the Angels.
What's the number? What's the score? Can you believe it's 11:45?
I could
Wow.
believe it, I guess. As long as the Mets keep like maintaining their lead, that's what I say, Jack. As long as they maintain that lead,
I
you
didn't
look
know
at these
they were
other teams.
cousins. I had no idea. What about the teams? What?
Pete's, we're cousins. As long as the Mets, because the other teams like the Braves and the Phillies are on huge winning streaks, and they still can't really gain much ground on the Mets. They built up such a massive lead, and that's what counts. I'm looking at it this way, as far as the Mets season goes. I'm looking at it they're doing all of this without Jacob deGrom the whole season so far. They're doing all this with
Met talk.
no Max Scherzer for half the season so far. A quarter of the season they didn't have Tyler
that was
McGill.
terrible that he got hurt.
And they've done like these guys, and they've also had like suffered injuries to other guys that they've had out for a few games.
When's Matt Scherzer coming back?
Scherzer's coming back soon. I hear he's doing
Hi,
he's
honey.
doing well, and
Yeah.
DeGrom is already working out, throwing. And I'm telling you, I know these other teams are thinking to themselves, if the Mets are anywhere in front when they get that full pitching staff back, these teams are in deep shit. These other teams are in trouble, and any team that faces them in the playoffs is really gonna be like freaking like cruising. Is really gonna be worrying. I'll put it that way, to face DeGrom and Scherzer.
An almond horn? Do you
An
mean?
almond horn? You mean the pastry?
Yeah, there's a place that makes them here.
There's a bunch of places that make
Right
those.
in Queens.
You can't get a good
You
almond
get them
horn
in the
out
in the
Connecticut?
diner too.
I even make them in diners.
Hey, have you ever been to Chips?
Danette likes the place. I don't love it as much as she does.
I
but
think it's
Danette
because
likes
the
place.
pancakes are very thin. They're not. It's not the
She
best
likes those
food, but I
thin
like
pancakes.
it. They're closing 2 of them. I read.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's the other place we haven't been to yet. Louis Lunch.
The place that invented
I know
the hamburger.
you would love that.
I would love that because
Hi,
like
Munchkins.
I would love the oldish,
Come here.
the oldness of it.
Come
And I do like hamburgers. What's
Come
not to
here,
like about a
baby
hamburger?
girl. Come here.
I think that's Hartford though, not New Haven. Is that Hartford that has Louis? That's Louis
That's
Lunch.
alright. We would find it.
We'll still find it. I think it's Hartford, not New Haven.
All right, I'll see if I can get her. I'm trying to get her, but she's a little like sneaky.
Then
Where's
that's
my
gonna go in. You
basketball?
should have got her while she was on the couch.
Where's my basketball?
She was
Munch?
unconscious.
Come here. Come here. Want some? Come here, baby.
You could leave for a little while.
Want some? You can talk.
Louis, New Haven. Are they in New Haven? I always thought Louis Lunch was in Hartford. I could be wrong about these things. Obviously, I don't live in Connecticut. Who are we going over here? Across from Bar Pizza on Crown Street. All right. New Haven, not Hartford. I don't know how I made that
Munchkins, say
mistake.
hello.
There's the Munch.
Say hello.
Munchkins.
Look at her. Look at her.
Look at this little baby. Look at this little
Look at her
baby.
little feet. Look at her little feet.
Jack Rabb says his job every Sunday morning was to go to the bakery in Far Rockaway and get a dozen hard rolls and 2 fruit tart pies.
Ooh,
Joseph Taylor says, "Nice cat."
thank you. Munchkin.
Jack, you had the hard job.
rolls. That's what my
The
mother
hard
always
rolls, and they call them
Hi,
hard rolls. The
girl.
hard rolls with the Kaiser roll. You have to get
That's
the
right.
hard rolls.
loved. Hi. Say hello to the people. Say hello.
Say hello, nice
Look
girl.
at her looking at
Who's
you.
a good girl?
She
Who's
loves
a good
Anthony.
munchkin?
She loves both of us, but she really loves
And 2 cats, Joe.
Munchkins.
Who's a good girl? You had to get the 2 fruit tarts. You know, when I was a kid, my mother would send me up to the avenue.
Bye,
I had to go to the
Munchkins.
bakery on Sunday morning. Our deal was the bag of donuts. They would have the buns. My
Yeah,
mother would
and
refer
the
to them as
ham?
buns. No, in the Bronx, she referred to them as buns. You have to get the bag of jelly
Buns?
donuts, cream
She's
donuts,
sweet. She's adorable.
and crumb
Thank
cakes.
you, Lucky.
And that was buns. That was breakfast on Sundays. Breakfast of champions. Cake.
Gnocchi. Oh, Maria Galasso. Hi, Maria. She said, "Oh, she looks like my boy Gnocchi." I don't know how to
Gnocchi.
say that.
And
And
gnocchi.
Gnocchi. That's it. And I know it's very Italian.
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi. I love that.
If you want to
baby.
say it like a real Italian, gnocchi.
Anthony's the very lucky one that cleans the
And
liver.
wants to say gnocchi, however.
Did you go to Libby's Pastry Shop in New Haven? They have so many different colored cannolis. No, I've never been there.
Never been there.
And Heather, hi Heather. She
Heather
says
W,
so
how
cute.
you
She looks
doing?
like my boy cat Skunk. So are they both those 2 cats that you guys have? Are
Hey,
they
Tuxies.
tuxedos?
The tuxedos are good.
And do they like talk to you? Do they like? Are they verbal? Hi Munchie.
They
She's
say
staring
stuff.
at me
She
now.
says stuff.
She lost my basketball. I'm looking for it. Where's my little basketball, Munchkin? Where is
Munchkin.
it? She's so adorable. I can't take it.
She's the best. She's the tuxedo. We found out how great these cats are.
Oh,
But we
Libby's is
shouldn't
next
have.
to Pepe's. Actually, I remember that. Do you remember we saw it when we were there?
Oh yeah, there was a bakery next
I
door.
don't think they were open when we went. I'm not
No,
sure.
they weren't. The weird thing was
Because my
it was
mother would have
so
bought something from there.
desertedly. I don't know. It
That
seemed
day we
like
went?
the day we went. I don't know if it was the time we went, but it almost seemed like places were closed. We went with her parents, and we passed Sally's, and Sally's was not open
Yes.
the day we went to Pepe's with her mom and dad. And I don't know why,
Just a
but
few feet.
for whatever
yeah.
reason.
And Pepe's used to be that smaller place in the parking lot. What did they call it?
The spot.
The
now
spot,
they use it
that's
as the
right.
overflow joint.
Yeah. Yeah, see? A tuxedo. Yes, he was just talking to me. I love it.
They chat. We had another. Now, what was funny was that Danette
See,
had
and had
another
the set of
tuxedo
two. Had
that
the
was a
Emery
gray
set.
and white.
Yes, the Spa Triple G, exactly.
That was a gray and white.
Yeah, buttons.
But buttons was the strong silent type.
Oh my
He
God,
hardly
he
ever
didn't
said
say a
anything.
word.
And he was like, "Oh my God, I love that cat."
Tuxedos
That cat
are
was a
very,
baby
very
to me.
friendly.
That cat was was like a buddy.
This
That
is your
was a
buddy.
good
Look at her.
boy.
She's
This is my
staring
new,
at you.
but this is my new buddy. This cat is
Munchkins.
freaking obsessed with me. I have to admit the truth.
She loves
She
him.
stares at me.
This is what happened. We had Buttons, then we had Blue, who was a black cat, pure black. If you ever see me on my Facebook page, that's me and Black and Blue. And she loved me. She was close to me. She loved Anthony too, but she was more of a one person kind of a cat. Although she did love you when we took her to the vet, and you know, she loved both of us, but I loved hers like a lot. And then Anthony said, okay, she passed
Danette loved
away.
her like no tomorrow.
Yeah, I was really upset
When she passed
died.
away, Danette was
And-
devastated.
Yeah, and then
Serious talk here for a minute. That's the truth.
she had lung cancer, and I didn't know. We were shoving stuff down her throat to try and get her better for a
There
different
was
reason.
nothing we could
The vet had the
do
wrong
about it.
information. So anyway, then we went to get Munchie, and Anthony said, "Well, I wish there would be a cat that likes me as much as Blue loved you." And man, you got cursed because she
I got cursed
loves
because
the
she
hell
can't
out
get
of
off
you.
of my ass.
She loves you, and she loves me too. She's
Follows
so
me
babyish.
around. She
I love
follows
you,
me
baby.
around like a little
I
bulldog.
love you, baby. You know what's so weird about her though? She stares at you. We could be sitting on the couch watching TV, and I'm like, is something looking at me? I look to the right. I'm like, holy crap! She's just staring
it's just like
at
I'm doing
me.
now. Except
She's like,
it's just like I'm doing
I'm
now.
like, Munchkin, move! Stop
Except no
staring at
blinking.
me.
That's
It's
the only
so
difference.
weird.
Just like this, but no blinking. No
We'll have to
blinking.
go there. We'll have to go there when we go to
Nah, we gotta go there. There's
So what do you
many
guys
places
think
to
about
go.
the Mexican trucks that are off the highway?
All you
Are they good?
All,
I mean,
all
I'm
of,
assuming
all of our Connecticut friends.
Yeah, we've never been there. We never stopped, but I'm assuming that there has to be at least, I would say, at least one or two trucks that have to be truly good Mexican or authentic or Spanish or
'Cause
whatever
they're
it
there.
is. Because, and then the other ones probably are not as good, and they, you know, some people don't know which truck to go to. There's literally no joke, like 20 to 30 trucks on a weekend. And
That's
I'm
right, Lucky.
dying
I
to
think
know
that's
if
the
it's
case.
What?
Lucky says cats that stare love you. She does.
I'm
and
like,
then
what
she
do you
does
want?
every once in a while if you stare back at her, Munchkin will do the blink.
Yeah,
You know,
she'll do.
oh my god, she's
Oh my
climbing
God,
on
she's
the ring
climbing
light.
on the ring light. Munchkin, get down, you weirdo.
She's climbing on the light. If you
Munch!
saw the phone
It
phone
just
is
moves.
getting closer to us. She's pushing
I don't think she
the
likes
phone
anybody
closer
else
to
getting
us.
attention. She wants us with her undivided attention.
Did you see we zoomed in just then?
Munchkins.
She just pushed the phone closer.
What do you want? What do you want?
Mr. Whiskers is talking to you right now, wanting my attention.
Mr.
That's what Judy says.
Whiskers. Mr. Whiskers. I love these names. I don't like names that are like Fred.
And
You know.
Danette said that before. Danette said
Some
things
human
like,
names are cute, but I don't really
she's
like
not the
human
big
names.
fan of like if you name
I
it like
know,
like
no
if you
offense
name
to
your
anyone,
like your
but-
cat like Philip
I like,
or
but I know why people do it, Aunt.
or like this like my dog. This is my dog.
I like cute names.
Amber.
There she goes being crazy again. One of her look, she just picks up one of her toys and just goes nuts.
I'd like you to meet my cat, Jessica.
I know, it's
And
weird.
that's not a big fan of that.
Oh, about voices? Okay.
They do recognize
Oh,
voices.
Mr.
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 Munchkins
Whiskers.
recognizes voice. I think
I know,
Munchkin
she's so
recognizes my shape.
You know what I do? I get a paper bag, I cut it out a little bit, and she loves it. The paper bag is her best thing. You have no idea how much junk we have around the house. That's all we do is buy her toys. All right, let's see.
Munchkin
So when are you coming to New Haven? We will eat ourselves.
We're gonna have to figure
you
that
wanna
out.
meet
We're gonna
us,
have to
Joe?
figure that out.
Do you want to meet us at Sally's or something? go ahead and send us a message, okay?
Yeah, just send a message, and when we're
We'll let you know.
we're gonna come over there, we'll let you know way ahead of time when we're in the
Oh, no.
time.
3 parrots. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, I guess you can't have a munchie.
Yeah, you can't have a munchie. Although she's such a nice.
Oh no,
Nice
she's still
animal.
a cat. Don't
She's
slow
still
down.
a cat, but she's
Look at her.
really nice for the most part.
She's always nice.
I think
She's very
delicate.
clumsy.
She's like.
I never
she's
saw a
very
cat
clumsy.
fall off of things. And that might
Actually,
be because
yeah,
she
that's
has
actually interesting.
But I think it's because she has like ear infections here and there sometimes. So I think she are equal.
But she was like that years
So
ago.
nobody could tell us about the Mexican trucks in New Haven. Has anybody ever been to those trucks? Has anybody ever tried the food there?
I think 2 African Greys and 1 Amazon.
Wow.
Oh, you got the
Robin,
good. You got
wow.
the parrots. You got 3 parrots. Is there a lot of chatter going on in your house?
Oh,
As a
Alex
Petco,
wants
I
to
had
know, are
no
there
idea
any celebrity
parakeets are now
encounters?
50
I was at
$50.
Petco the other day. I had no idea parakeets are now $50. Yeah. Do you parrots talk to you, Robin? They have a nickname for food trucks. Oh, they have a nickname. Celebrity sightings. Yes, quite a few, but I can't remember right now. The first one that comes to mind was, well, when we were walking past. They must have been filming something at that was so many years ago. What was the name? Oh, I remember the movie, but I don't remember the name of the movie. I don't remember the actor. Or,
What are we talking about?
He was the actor got older, but he's the one from Star Wars, not
Oh yeah, Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
That's a long
You
time
met him.
ago.
I know
We
it was
saw
a long
Harrison
time ago.
Ford, and
That was that movie where he went to the candy store and he got
Harrison
robbed or
Ford
something.
and
I forgot the
Annette
name.
Bening.
Yes.
Which were it was
I spoke to, didn't meet, but spoke to, what's his name?
Danette spoke to the late great Leonard Nimoy.
Yes, Leonard Nimoy. I also spoke to the guy who was a hoarder in his office.
Oh, she means Joe Franklin.
Joe Franklin. We went on the show a long time ago when he was on HBO. We went on the show with Bill Maher. That was years ago in the beginning.
I don't call that meeting him.
No,
I would say we didn't
were next
speak
to
to
him
him.
when they were gearing him up, but we didn't.
They
meet
were
him
gearing
yet.
him up. We were like 5 feet away, but that doesn't count.
Okay.
She
who
had a
else?
short conversation with Spike Lee.
Oh, I met Spike Lee.
Yeah, yes. Danette had a short conversation
Yes.
with him
I went up
about
to
the
him.
documentary he was making.
He was filming a documentary of one of my favorite plays on Broadway.
Passing
Strange. And Anthony, we were with our friends, and Anthony, I said, Anthony, there's Spike Lee. I want to ask him. I really, I like Spike Lee. I love Spike Lee. His movies are phenomenal, and I love him and all. But I really loved.
Passing Strange.
She's running back and forth right now.
She's running back
So I
and
really
forth.
love Passing Strange, and I wanted to know if they were going to make a movie or was it just going to be a documentary? What was it going to be? I was like so in love with Passing Strange, and I had to go up to him and ask him, and Anthony wouldn't come with me, and I was like, "Come on, Matt, let's go." So we had another couple. One was Matt and Nancy, and I said, "Matt, will you go?" And he's like, "Yeah," because he loved Passing Strange too. And we ran up to him, and he was with his son, and he told us that we were the first ones to know that he was going to make a movie out of the play. You could still see it. It's called Passing Strange. It's one of my absolute favorites.
And it was going to have some behind-the-scenes
behind-the-scenes
documentary footage to
documentary
go along with it.
And
yes, Lucky, I can't remember the name of that movie. I know which movie you mean.
which one?
The movie where Harrison Ford played a police officer, he was pretending to be
I remember
Amish
that.
in Amish country. There was a murder because a boy, the son of an Amish woman, saw a murder happen, and they knew the kid had seen the murder, and Harrison Ford went
Triple
back
G.
there to protect.
Stephen
Witness. That's the
got
one.
it right. Stephen,
Witness.
ding,
You
ding,
got
ding,
it,
ding.
Stephen. That's the one. I couldn't
Who else
remember
did we
the
meet?
title.
Who else did we
Yeah.
meet?
So we also the writer and main performer of the play that Danette said she loves,
Oh,
Passing
Stu.
Strange, Stu.
And all
We
the
actually
actors in
spent
there.
a lot of time with Stu,
Yes.
talking to him,
Yes,
conversations
yes.
with him. Once before a
He's-
show that
it's about
Stu
his
was
life
doing.
and his music. He's a musician. Good.
And actually, we actually sat down and like just hung out with him for
Yeah.
a while once
For hours.
at one of his shows.
I loved him so much.
Stu Stewart, we loved the guy. He's really
He's
good.
so much talent. It's amazing.
He has a lot of
You
talent.
gotta check it out. Passing Strange.
He's interesting. Let's see. There were many others, and that's always
And the
the
people
person.
that were in that play, we met all
People
of
that
them.
were in that play. we met
Domingo,
all of
he's
them.
in shows.
Coleman
now.
Domingo, who's in Fear the Walking Dead. He's been in that show for years now.
Yeah, we were surprised
and
when we
Coleman
saw him in it.
Domingo was like
He's
really
got a
good.
lot of talent.
He's
too.
got a lot of talent.
Who
We
did
saw
you
him
meet
in
that I didn't meet? Do you remember?
I
And
don't
of
know,
course,
nobody
we've seen
really. I
people
always
that
met
we
people
passed.
with you.
When you
You
see
pass people in passing.
I remember we saw that actor, that famous actor that did the something of Wall Street. What the hell was it called?
Wolf of Wall
Yeah,
Street.
Wolf of Wall Street. Who's the main character?
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, I saw him on the street when they were filming it. You know, you see them going down like
Oh,
Madison
yes,
or
yes.
whatever.
Yeah, we were at a concert. We were at a concert once, and we saw like Jake Gyllenhaal walk past us.
Yes, that's
we were
right.
like, "Hey, isn't that?"
And then he's gone.
And then he was gone. But you
He
see,
was at the concert
We were
with us.
sitting down. Yeah, we were sitting down. We were at a TV on the radio concert. That's
Happy
the name of
Sunday.
the band. Happy Sunday.
Officially Sunday, June 12th. Yeah,
We were
that's
at the
about
TV
it.
on
We
the
met a
radio
lot of
concert.
musicians.
We were sitting down on the couches by the bar, and this guy came walking by, and it was like Jake Gyllenhaal. And we
That's
said,
all.
"Who's that guy? Isn't that Jake Gyllenhaal?" And Danette said that, and you could hear his conversation, and he was like talking to somebody on the phone. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna meet my sister later on tonight. She's gonna meet me here in a little while. I'm assuming that's Maggie.
If you meet, Maggie Gyllenhaal, if you live in New York City or in the boroughs or you've been here most of your life, you're going to meet up with someone that you think is, someone who's famous or past someone who may be a sports legend or whatever.
Yeah, sports legends. Let's see.
I remember once we were wait, hold on, I'm going to tell you something. Once we were at not City Field, it was Shea Stadium, and I was like, the game didn't start yet, and somebody was booing like crazy. Like, the crowd was booing, like, boo, boo, boo. Like, crowds of people were booing. In Queens, let me set this up for you
It
now.
was Shea Stadium.
Shea Stadium, he was being escorted to the bottom where
This was a really long time
this
ago.
was a long time ago. He was escorted to, we were walking on the main level, but at like the box seats, they called it at the time. I think that's what it was called, box seats.
Yeah, they were the box
They were
reserves.
escorting him there, and they hated him. He's from Queens, and they booing him like crazy. The game didn't even start yet. And yes, it was Donald Trump.
It was Donald Trump. Not popular in Queens.
No, even though he's from Queens,
It was not popular at the Met game, to say the
I
least.
still don't think he's that popular here, but whatever.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind, of course, the New York sports fans boo a lot of people.
And weren't you in the cab once, speaking of Mets, weren't you in the cab of the guy who calls up?
I wouldn't call that the celebrity
I
sighting.
know, but what was that?
I was
don't
in a
remember.
cab with the guy who was talking about the guy.
Oh, okay, forget it.
Oh no! Well, I'll talk about it. There was it was a guy on the Fan. Everybody, does anybody remember Sports Talk Radio? The Fan, WFAN.
Yeah, well, if I'm wrong and it's not a big deal, don't bother. Let's say it quickly.
No, it was on the Fan, and there was a guy who always called the Fan. One of the legendary callers. He became a legend. Was a guy Benny from the Bronx.
Benny from the Bronx.
Benny from the Bronx.
Yes.
And Benny from the Bronx got in the cab in the back seat because I had to share a cab. And the guys, and we were driving around, and him and two women got in the back seat. And then we dropped them off, and the guy who was driving the cab said, "You don't know who that is? That's Benny from the Bronx." I said, "Benny from, you mean the guy who calls in on the Fan?" And he said, "Yeah, that's him. That's his two girlfriends." I said, "He's got two girlfriends?" "Yeah, they go to Vegas every year, him and the two girlfriends. They live together, and they bet on the Super Bowl. They go to Vegas for the Super Bowl every year. It's like a..."
What's your
It's a
favorite
thing
New
they
York
do.
City movie?
Favorite, who asked?
Robin.
Robin? Favorite New York City movie? That's interesting. That is hard.
I'm going to tell you what mine
feel
is.
like it is like a New York City
I already
type
know my
movie?
answer. You mean like if that's in New York City, that is like filmed in
New York City, about New York City.
Mike and the Mad
Mike and the Mad Dog, that's right.
Bronx Tale is a good one. That's a good
Bronx
answer.
Tale is
actually.
a good answer,
That's
actually.
a great answer. Actually, I like that. That's good. I forgot about that one. But I would say my favorite New York City movie is Godspell. Because
That's an interesting choice. It's not supposed to be in New York City.
I know. What are you talking about? It's not supposed to be in New York City.
No, it's in New York City, but it's taking place, but it's like they're walking through the desert, but it happens to be Manhattan. And the 5 boroughs.
Well, Godspell in New York. It was filmed in New York City.
Yes,
if
it
you
was
ever watch
filmed in
that
New York.
musical, you'll see so much of New York City, including the Twin Towers, including Brooklyn.
The Twin
including,
Towers
it's amazing.
weren't built yet.
Yeah,
when
they
that
were building
movie
it
was
and they were
filmed.
on the top. It was. That's
They were
why.
on the
That's
top
why
floor.
there's so much of New York City.
Whenever you cursed.
City Island with Andy
City
Garcia.
Island is a pretty good movie.
Yeah,
I remember
forgot
that
about
movie.
that. You guys have all the good answers. Bronx Tale.
That is a good
wow.
one.
I forgot about that one. Which really
For some
showed
reason,
a lot
in
of
my
Bronx.
head, I'm picturing. For some reason, I don't know why. In my head, I'm thinking of King Kong. Because the Empire State Building
I
is.
don't really believe that was in New York City.
I don't believe they actually filmed it in
Okay,
New York.
here's
I think that was
here it is.
a miniature soundstage.
What is everybody's favorite? I know it's going to be hard if you're a musician or you love music, but who's your all-time favorite musician or band? Musician or band? Go. Let's see what they say.
'Cause this is
Or
a tough
one of them, because I know. Oh, Serpico. Oh, what about
Serpico's
what
set
about
in
the
New York,
one?
yes.
What is it? The one under the L with the car.
What, the
7
7
Ups.
Ups?
The 7 Ups. That's a good.
French Connection.
French
if you
Connection.
wanna go
That's
with
right.
that.
Now you're making me. Led Zeppelin. Stairway
Led
to
Zeppelin, Stephen Fox.
Okay.
Good choice.
Anybody else? Come on, we have.
We can
Not
go with
everybody's gone
movies
yet. We have
or
at least
bands.
20 people.
We
I
got
think.
22 people
I want to
in
see
here.
20 answers at least.
I want to see 20 answers.
Billy Joel, yes.
Rolling Stones. Billy Joel.
Rolling Stone. I love all these
Rolling
answers.
Stones. That's all
We
good
saw
answers.
Rolling Stones at Shea Stadium.
Sade,
Sade, great, George
Michael,
Michael, and Led Zeppelin.
and Led Zeppelin.
Okay. Not a big George Michael fan.
She never was.
I know there's a lot of people that like him.
George is popular with a lot of
Yes.
people, then that's not a big
It's
fan.
nothing against him. I just don't care for that music so much.
And my
But
personal taste
Pink
in,
Floyd, of course,
yes,
The Wall.
my personal taste in music goes a little more towards the experimental and
Yes, but you
sometimes out there.
also love.
I also
love these
do
guys.
like a lot of these old,
Yes, John
these
Coltrane,
older
McCoy
bands.
Tyner.
John Coltrane. I love all of those guys. My taste generally tends to run more towards the more out there than Danette's does. Danette's an easy call for her favorite performer of all time.
Well, Billy Joel for male. What's female? We already know.
You already know that Danette loves Tori Amos. That's her favorite.
Tori Amos is
Before,
one
that's
of
her
my
favorite
favorites.
female singer of
It
all
used to be
time.
Barbara Streisand years ago, because like who can't hit that high note? It's
Danette
amazing.
said every
I mean,
Tori
there's so
Amos
many
album
good musicians.
back to the beginning of
But I
time.
love Tori Amos. Love her.
She's
Elton
back
John's
to the
great.
beginning of time. I'm one of those guys.
Twitty. Big name,
Conway
but
Twitty.
I'm not sure I know much of
It's
the
this
music.
country singer,
Yeah.
great legend,
My
legendary
favorite country
performer.
singer of all time has to be Dolly Parton. I know that's like,
That's
cliche,
that's an easy call.
but I still think she's like, I like her the best.
I go with for country music. I'm not a country music fan. I readily admit it.
Yes.
For country music, when I do listen to country music, I go with the icons. I'm more of a Johnny Cash, Loretta Lynn man.
Yes, Johnny Cash is good.
I'm more of the iconic performer.
Well, that's like I said. Those are old. Okay. Awesome music. Conway sang. He died of an asthma. Oh, that's sad.
That is very sad. Yes, I know he did die.
I do
Aneurysm.
not like Willie
Danette does
Nelson.
not
I'm
like
gonna
Willie
be honest.
Nelson. He is a
I
great one of the
don't
great
get it.
songwriters in
I don't know why
American
people like him.
songwriters
Is it the
in history,
writing or?
however.
But his voice annoys me.
Danette doesn't,
But I
Danette
like
is
him
very
over. I
peculiar
think
with
I
the
like
voices.
him over What's his name?
George Michael?
Yeah, I don't like George Michael.
You don't have to like someone, you know.
I mean, he doesn't. These people don't annoy me. I love music, so I'll listen to anybody I can. But
George Strait, I know who he is, and if I heard him singing,
George
I would
Strait,
recognize. I would recognize the voice, but just just never been a country fan. Danette barely likes any of. It's all right to not be fans of the same music, because Danette barely likes any of the bands I listen to for the most
that's
part.
not true. Why are you saying that?
Oh yeah, I guess I'm wrong. You like some of them, the
What
older
are you talking
bands.
about?
What are you talking about?
Steely Dan, yes. Simon and Garfunkel, absolutely. The Velvet Underground. Do you like
I
them?
was actually, you know that
We were
I
gonna
like the
see them,
Velvet
weren't we?
Underground. No, we weren't going to see the Velvet Underground, but don't you remember that we were driving along today, looking for lard bread and snacks.
Oh,
and
yes!
We saw a dude walking around
I
with
saw
a
a
T-shirt.
guy with a banana.
He has a T-shirt, and Danette said, "That guy's T-shirt has a banana on," and I said, "That's the artwork from the Nico and the Velvet Underground."
That's right, and I never knew that.
And she said, "What?" And I said, "You know,
Blondie, yes.
I said, "Yeah, it's an Andy Warhol painting."
Winter, absolutely, by Tori. Actually, Stephen, one day, this was back in 93, I believe. I don't remember. It was in the early 90s, and I couldn't sleep. I was living at home with my parents. We weren't married yet. It would be either 92 and I think it was 93. And Anthony bought me a TV for my room, for my bedroom.
I did. I actually brought my
And
girlfriend a television
It was
set.
the best. Anyway, I couldn't sleep, so I kept the TV on very low. And it was the middle of the night or whatever.
And she was watching
And there
David
was a
Letterman.
rerun of David Letterman, and some girl got up and started playing Winter on the piano. And I was like, that never happened to me before. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like blown away. And like, that's never happened to me before.
Hey, Sonia, thanks
I
again.
never saw her before. I never heard her before. I was like going back and seeing who was the guest. Who is this playing this piano like this with that gorgeous voice and that inflection of what she was singing? And I was like, the next day I went to sleep. I could barely sleep. The next day, I called up Anthony. I go,
me up.
oh my God, there's this girl that sings Winter. I gotta get her album. I gotta get her
And he
album
said, like,
just for that
who it
song.
was. And
he's like, oh, I already knew who she
said?
was.
I went like this to where I said, oh, I already bought the album. Bought that album.
I was like, bring
and
it
Danette
over.
said, you already bought that album.
Why didn't you
said,
tell me? I
Had you
was
heard
like-
her before? And I said, no, like she just sounded interesting, so I bought the record.
So then he brought it over, and then I was like, oh my God, every single song on that album. I love all of it. Like, that's my go-to album. Pink. Then it was like, oh, come on. Little Earthquakes. I can't. I just
So
love
I was
her.
like, that was around the time I was
love
like, I
her.
would go through.
Cornflake Girl. Oh.
Back in those days, I went through those periods, which I still go through, where every once in a while I'll like start listening to like records from. Where are you going?
I'll be right back.
You leaving, bud? All right, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Anyway, every once in a while I would go through like these bouts of like buying or listening to songs from like female artists that I'd never heard before. I don't know. I go through phases. So at that time, I had gotten the Tori Amos, PJ Harvey,
There she
and
is.
Bjork records.
She doesn't look like that anymore. She's older, but there's Tori.
Yes, Tori.
I have all her books.
She has all the books.
I have the what do you call it? The
song books, the music
I have
books.
everything. I have
Me and the
book.
Gun. Stephen Fox is
You're
now
killing
just
me,
like
Steven.
throwing out song
You're
titles.
killing me. Never was a cornflake girl. What were you saying?
I got like at that time I was doing the female artists that go through those.
Oh, that'd be
phases.
fun, Lucky. Yes. Going karaoke, I would die. I would die laughing.
Karaoke. Danette has always wanted to karaoke.
Never
and
can
we've
get
never done
anybody to do it.
It would be interesting. We were
Never
never
can get
able to get
anybody to do
anyone
it.
to go.
If we went
I mean,
with
I
Joe
would
and
do it.
Ange, I think I would die.
I would do it, but Danette has never been able to get anyone else
Yeah,
to
I would
go.
sing, but
we
nobody
knew
wants
a lot
to do
of
it.
people over the years.
Oh my God.
And they were all
Jupiter
like
is
this,
one of
like,
my favorites.
They're all like funny
You're killing me,
duddies.
Steven. You're killing me.
They were all like freaking funny duddies who never wanted to do anything. They were back through the years. So Danette got deep into Tori Amos.
Oh my God.
So I bought a
love
bunch
her
of records
so
at one
much.
time. That
Munchie.
time by female performers. And
It is a blast,
and
isn't it?
Danette got, out of the female performers, Danette got deep into Tori Amos while I got deep into PJ Harvey. That was the
PJ
the
Harvey's
different
good.
ones. I
She
got
was
into
good. We
PJ
saw her
Harvey
live.
back in those days.
We saw her
and
live. And we
I
saw
go through phases where I like.
Nora Jones is good too.
Oh,
Yeah,
so-
she has a beautiful
actually,
voice. What?
favorite Danette with a.
Oh my God,
Danette
Silent All These Years. That's like one of my favorites. That song. If you never heard any song, you got to hear that song.
Silent all
Oh my
these-
God. Like, I want to listen to it now. You're
She
just
wants to
killing
listen
me
to it
right
now.
now. Good. What were you saying?
I was like, actually, favorite picture of Danette.
Good night, Joseph. Thank you for being here.
Good night,
we'll see
Joe.
you next time. That was fun, Joe. Thank you. Good. What was it?
One of my favorite Danette pictures is actually a celebrity sighting. I can't believe I forgot that one.
Pictures?
Not Danette's favorite musical performer, but my personal favorite female musical performer is a
Oh yeah,
singer
Susan
named-
Vega's song was good too.
is a singer named Chelsea Wolfe. And one of my favorite pictures of Danette, we were at a concert.
Yeah.
She was opening for another band, and while Danette went to the bathroom, and Danette was taking a long time to come back,
'Cause
and
I
then
never
she
went to
comes
the
back
bathroom.
with a selfie of her and Chelsea Wolfe, and I was like, oh my God, there they are, my queens, my beautiful wife, and my singing idol right there. She was at least a foot taller than Danette.
Yeah, she was really tall. I looked so short next to her. Who was the opening band? Do you remember? I forgot the name of them. Then in the end, they played together.
The opening band.
Quarter Light Sneeze. Oh my God.
Actually, the opening band that night was
You're killing
a
me,
group
Steven.
called Marriages. And
That's
the lead
right.
singer of Marriages is another singer named Emma Ruth Rundell. And Danette's become a huge fan of hers recently.
Is that the one that plays? See, I love piano. That's what it comes down to. I
Plays
love
piano and guitar.
the piano. So when Tori started playing that piano, you ever watch her live, by the way? Or if you, she's on tour right now. Ever watch her live when she plays the two pianos, one to the left and one to the right? I can't stop it. I can't stop talking about her. Tell them when we went to right where Ange doesn't live far from there on Broadway. Where was that place we went to years ago?
What,
we
the
went,
Beacon?
Yeah, we went to the Beacon to get tickets.
We went to the Beacon. I
And
bought
it was
tickets to the
so
concert.
good, the concert.
It was so good. We went this night. We went, like, say it was a Tuesday. I don't know if
Yeah,
it was
it was usually
Tuesday.
a Tuesday.
We went on a Tuesday. It was such a good show. And we came home, and Danette was like, oh, the show was so good. I wish I
But there
could go
was-
tomorrow.
There's never enough songs. So say she
There's
plays
never
12
enough
songs. It's never every one that you want to hear that you're dying
Danette said,
to hear.
oh,
So
I wish I could go to this
She
show tomorrow
changes it.
night.
She doesn't play every song the same. Usually it's just the opening song and maybe the closing song. And the songs in between, besides some of the new ones, are always different. So we went home, we bought tickets for the next night, and then we went the next night again, and she played some of the
Actually,
other
it was
songs.
more like this. We went home. Danette said, I wish I could go tomorrow. And I said, do you really want to go tomorrow? I took out my phone. I went like this, and I
And
looked
we-
on the
and bought
thing,
tickets
and
again.
I said, well, they
Oh my
have some
God, that
tickets
was
here,
amazing.
right there. There's more tickets for tomorrow. I said, I'll get them right now. Oh, I'm done.
And then we went again.
And then we went again the
And
next
yes,
night.
we have seen Billy Joel
We
so
still
many
seen Billy
times.
Joel a
I
bunch
can't even
of
tell you.
times.
First of all, that was
Not once.
that was the first thing we
Lots.
did together. Was we went to a Billy
Yeah,
Joel concert.
we did go to a Billy Joel
And
concert.
then we
That was
went to the one
first
before the
big
pandemic
event.
ended.
Other than that stinking rotten movie we went to see on our first date, that wasn't good.
Yeah, that was our first date. But I think no,
But
the
like
Billy
our
Joel
fourth
we went
date
with.
was Billy Joel. We went
Billy
with
Joel
some
we
other
went with
people.
like a whole group of people. Yeah,
It was a small
and
group.
We went to so many Billy Joel concerts. I can't
did.
tell you so
We
many.
went to one of the. It wasn't that many years ago. We went.
Yeah, well, we went to the one where he's doing the garden every
the once a
every
month thing
yeah.
before the pandemic.
But before that, we went to so many concerts. We went to the one where it was his birthday too. There was a
yeah,
famous
we've been to a
birthday
lot of
one.
Billy concerts. We've been to a lot of Tori Amos
I would
concerts.
love to see
lots
Elton
of Tori
John,
Amos
but
concerts.
I mean, I haven't seen him. Yeah,
We went
Tori
to a
Amos.
lot of
for all
Tori
the
Amos
years.
concerts, a lot of Billy Joel concerts. Like people we've seen more than once. People we've seen more than once. We've seen them more than once. We've seen Billy Joel a lot. We've seen Tori Amos even more than Billy Joel. People we've seen more than once. We've seen Rest in Peace, Chris Cornell. We've seen Soundgarden
Jones
3
Beach.
times. We saw Soundgarden 3 separate times.
Oh, that guy's voice. Is amazing.
Rest in peace, the great man himself.
It's true, Lucky. It is hard to pick a favorite when you really enjoy music. But there's some people that are your go-tos. Like if you want to listen to music, and it's like you go back to that same song or that same, like Simon and Garfunkel is also amazing, you know. And yes, we love Broadway shows.
We do love the Broadway
Gone
shows.
From Broadway to Broadway.
You know
We've
how
seen
many
Broadway
times we've
shows
seen
over
Rent?
and over again. Rent, Godspell, Rent, Passing Strange,
Yes.
Next to Normal. We saw
You're not gonna remember them all.
I'm not gonna remember. This is
I
too
can't
many.
remember
It's just
them all.
too many.
But the ones we saw a lot,
The
we
ones
saw
that I-
Rent a lot.
Yeah.
We saw Rent a lot. I used to get. I told.
Yeah, they
I've
were
told
more
people,
affordable
yeah.
in the past, absolutely.
But
And
we used
you
to
can
go to
try and get
do the lottery.
Do the lottery, which in Rent we would get it all the time.
You have no idea how
Oh
many
my
times I got
God,
the
I
$10
love Rent.
tickets in the front row.
We were in the
at
front
Rent.
row. Yeah.
I got the $10
At the
or
Needle
$20
Mantle
tickets
Theater.
at the $20
Audio
tickets.
Slave.
Audio Slave was the the side group, the side group for Chris Cornell. Yes, that's a great song. Actually, that is a great song. I wasn't a huge fan of Audio Slave, but I love that song. I have no idea how many times I got the $20 front row tickets at
It was amazing.
and Brent.
We
I
told
would
everybody
I would
about it.
leave work. Danette was at work. I worked in Manhattan. I would leave work. I would go to 42nd Street. And I would get online. I would put my name in, and Danette would say she's going to drive there to pick me up. And then if I waved her down, and if I couldn't get tickets, I'd jump in the car and we'd drive home. And if I had tickets,
Wow,
she'd find
Lucky.
parking.
Yes, that's right. We used to win. Rent has absolutely great music. Hi, Ron TV Metro. How you doing?
Ron TV, how you
So,
doing?
Jack Robb said, my first date movie was Rosebud. Maya Lindsay was in it. It was the worst movie ever made.
Oh my God, that's weird.
And Lucky said, my dad loved opera. He went to New York, Philadelphia, all over to see all the concerts, venues. That's amazing. I also love opera. My mother loved opera, and the three of us would go. My father didn't like it. He didn't want to see it. My brothers weren't interested. And then we went to see, if I know what anything's called, La Boheme, which Rent is like the modern version of La Boheme. And I love Rent. And I love La Boheme. We've seen Carmen. We've seen all the operas, the ballets. Anthony and I would go.
We
I
went
would
to
just-
the Nutcracker was
at
fun.
Christmas
at
time
Christmas
is fun, yeah. Nothing like the big stage.
That was a
and the
fun
live
thing to go
music.
and do at Christmas
That
time.
last one we saw was
Absolutely.
good too, where the girl hits the opera, where she hits all the what was that called? Oh
you
my
mean
god, that was amazing.
wasn't Madame Butterfly? Wasn't.
No,
It was
we
something
did
else.
see Madame Butterfly,
No,
but that's
there was
not.
something else. I know which one.
I
you
don't
mean.
know if they have the lotteries anymore.
The Magic Flute, I believe,
The
is the one
Magic
you're
Flute,
thinking
I
of.
think it was, yeah.
Yes, the Magic Flute. Mozart, the Magic Flute.
I don't know if they have the lottery anymore. But honestly, we haven't been to the theater.
The lotteries for the shows.
Broadway shows in a
I'm
while
not sure
since the
how many
pandemic.
do it, but they used to do it all the time. We saw Rent a bunch of times. We saw Spring Awakening.
Yes, we did see
several
In the
times.
Heights. We actually saw it on Broadway.
We saw it in the Heights
It
on
was
Broadway.
amazing. That was also great.
Yes, we saw Spring Awakening like 3 times on
That's
stage.
funny, Lucky. Spring Awakening
On
was
stage.
another one.
We got the
I
stage
loved.
seat. We got the seats where you're sitting on stage
Yes, we
in
were
the
part of
classroom.
it.
We
That
were
was
part of the show. So
Yes.
like the performers would sit next to us or
Oh,
sit
you know
by
what
our
else
feet.
I love too?
Like Leah Michelle was sitting in the chair next to.
What's that one?
Remember sitting in the chair
Yes.
next to Danette
Leah
at
Michelle,
one point.
yeah, and Jonathan Groff.
And
What
Jonathan Groff.
What was the one with and the moon is in the sun.
Hair?
Hair. We saw Hair and Superstar. Oh my God, we saw so many plays. And
Hair was
movies.
good.
Yeah.
Hair was good. We saw
Hair.
Hair
They
more
would
than
go
once.
in and out of the company
We saw
would go
Hair
in
more
and out
than
of
once.
the aisles.
We did see Hair more than
Yeah.
once. We saw Next to Normal several times.
You have to appreciate opera. If you don't like opera and you hear it live, not just the singing, but the orchestra, oh my God, you just go into heaven. The orchestra, if you appreciate music, any kind of music and the instruments, I could just close my eyes, not even look at it, and just listen. And it's just gorgeous. I love it.
It was just, it was.
Yeah, we saw it in the Heights. What else did we see? We saw so many. Oh, and of course, The Wizard of Oz. What was that called? Why can't I remember what anything?
Oh, Wicked.
Wicked. We saw on your birthday. The
Wicked,
original
my
Wicked. which
yeah,
was
the original
amazing.
one with Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth. That was a while ago. I was 40. So that was like 18 whatever years ago.
You
That
know
was
what
a
it is,
while
Lucky?
ago.
If you know the story of the opera and you can follow it along, like when you go to the New York City Opera, they have the
super
forgot what it's
titles.
called.
They're
They have
referred
like
to as.
subtitles or
Yeah,
whatever.
the
So-
super titles are like subtitles that you could read.
In
They have them on
English,
the side
right.
of the thing and
or
above
on
the
top of the
stage.
stage, so when you're watching, you can see what's going on. And that is how. Well, first of all, I've watched La Boheme at home when the opera was at home. Like I don't really know what they're saying in the words, so you would read it, and then after a while, if you watched it enough or saw it enough, you would know the story. And then we saw Rent, and I was like blown away, and I was like.
Very good, very
Like
amazing.
Rent is my all-time favorite. Rent is it. Jonathan Larson was a genius when he wrote that. Oh, I didn't know that. We haven't been back to the theater in a while because of the pandemic. It was closed, so we haven't been there. So I don't really know what's happening at this
We
moment.
never went to see Hamilton. The only time we saw
Exactly,
Hamilton
Lucky.
was on Disney Plus.
Yeah, we finally saw Hamilton. We couldn't get the tickets when it first came out.
We saw
Believe
it
it
on
or not,
Disney
if you
Plus.
were in New York, you had to be someone well known, or you had to jump on that quick. And we didn't do that. And after that, it was too late. So we saw it on Disney Plus, and that was a great play too. I liked it.
We got as time went on and as the years went on, the pricing for Broadway plays priced out a lot of regular New Yorkers, essentially. And
Yeah, it's very expensive.
I wouldn't say it priced you out to the point where you never will go, but you became most
You had to
people
be
like me and
picky.
Danette in our like price range, our economic strata,
Yeah,
we
back
have
then.
to be really picky
Careful,
about.
yeah.
We've gotten to the point where we're much more particular or picky about which shows. If we go to a Broadway show,
Right.
we're picky about whether we want to go, or if we go to a concert, because even the concert tickets have gone up more.
Oh, the concerts are crazy.
More than they used to be.
Yeah.
So like, I
The
have
concerts
to
are
be
out
really
of
picky
hand.
about it. It has to be something we're dying to see, or
Yeah.
like somebody we're dying to see. Like the last.
But because of the
I'm not even
pandemic,
sure
we
it was
didn't
the
see
last
anybody.
and we haven't gone to concerts in a long time
No.
because of that. What was the last concert we went? I think the last concert I went to by myself.
You
was
did.
Tool,
You saw Tool. Mm-hmm.
and that
You
was a
said
great
that
show.
was great. Now aren't you glad you
That was
went?
thank God I
saw
went.
it. Carmen, maybe? Carmen, La Boheme,
La Boheme is really Tosca
Tosca, that's the other one.
is very
I would say
famous.
those three.
Turandot is
Carmen,
very famous.
Tosca,
And of course,
La
everybody,
Boheme.
and of course, the German operas like the Wagner's Ring Cycle are extremely famous operas.
Ring Cycle? I
The
never
Ring
heard of that.
Cycle.
I never heard of that. I didn't know about that.
You know about the Ring? The ring of the Nibelung.
Yeah, I didn't go with him, and I was, oh my God, did I regret that? I wanted to go so bad after I heard the music. I didn't hear the music until after. I mean, Anthony was a Tool fan for a really long time, but what was the name of that band we saw at the Bowery Ballroom where we had to put the things in our ears?
I actually
What
saw them
the
once. I
hell?
saw them before.
Alone, you
no,
did, I
oh,
know.
Swans. I saw them once
You ever
alone.
watch the Swans?
I saw
You
Swans
sweat.
once.
They don't have any air conditioning. They have.
And
Oh my God.
I told Danette, I said, legend has it.
8-0. Oh, they need a pure miracle, Jack. Go ahead.
They've come back from
None
those
of
this
those.
year.
I'll
They
have to
came
think
back
about
from
it, Lucky. Let me think about it, and I'll let you know on your live stream.
Yeah.
Anybody in here, check out Lucky Obsession. She's
That's right,
Slots
actually.
and
Lucky
Scratching.
Slots and Scratching. If you want to, check out her channel. She does a lot of PA skills. She does a lot of re-scratching.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a really nice channel. She's a really nice person. And if you can help her out, go to her channel, subscribe to her.
Yes.
She's a good lady, and she does it for you guys.
She'll entertain
She's
you.
going to be entertaining for you. Trust us.
all right. So you went to the. What did you say?
I went to the show to see Swans before Danette. Danette saw them
Then
at the
he
Bowery
told me
Ballroom.
about it.
I saw them in a different place in
In
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn, right?
alone because Danette was sick, and I went by myself. And I remember I had heard that legend had it that they turned that Michael Gira, the lead singer, always orders the air conditioning to be turned off, which some people say was bullshit. But I told Danette, it's not bullshit.
Because you were sweating.
I turned off the air conditioning. It was intense. The music is intense, overwhelming, overweening, powerful,
And so what did he
and
do?
loud.
He told me to go with him so I
I
could
told
suffer.
Danette to go with me, but I told her put the earplugs in because at a certain point I had my fingers in my ears because it was very intense, very loud.
And the guys
concert.
take their shirts off and they're sweating.
They
right?
were sweating, sweat pouring off of them.
You're welcome,
Swans
Lucky.
was amazing. Was an amazing show. Even Danette, who doesn't like that kind of music.
I don't
She
think there was
doesn't like
lyrics. Was
that
there any lyrics?
There was a lot of lyrics.
I don't remember.
Danette doesn't like that kind of cathartic, doomy type,
It's so doomy.
dark music that's
But
artsy,
even,
fartsy
but
music.
even that kind of
But
music, there's always at
Danette
least
was
one
like,
song I like.
even Danette said afterwards, she said
was
that was
amazing.
pretty.
Yeah.
That was pretty intense. It was Danette actually used the words intense. She said that show was pretty intense.
Well, if it moves you or does something to you,
Nobody
that,
moved a
listen,
muscle
I
at
still
the Swans
remember
concert.
it. I still remember it. So it did something. It left a lasting impression, right?
She was like,
'Cause I
"That
remember
band is
it.
intense."
TV on the radio was fun live too.
That was a great show. The TV on the radio wasn't fun.
And you
was a
know
good
what?
band.
You know, one of my favorite. I think I've said this before. One of my favorite concerts we've ever been to was, of course, Peter Gabriel. We
Peter
saw the
Gabriel.
Soul album, the regular album, in the
we saw the
90s,
tour
and then we saw
when the
the-
album came out.
and then we saw him doing the album backwards.
The anniversary.
25 years later, we went to Jones Beach and he played it the other way, Soul album. And the other one, REM. Oh my God, that was fun. We saw them at the Garden.
We saw REM
That
at the
was
Garden.
amazing.
It
We
was
saw
amazing.
Los Lobos. We saw, oh my God, we saw so many people. I don't even
Los
know.
Lobos was the show where Danette lost her hearing.
Oh, it was bad.
That's why she can't
I
hear
was
that well
right
today.
next to- yeah,
we
I
were
regret
really
that.
close. We
It
were
was
really
so
close
bad.
to
It
the
was
speakers.
So loud.
It was not an acoustic show. That
Oh
Los
my
Lobos show.
God.
Los Lobos
It
was
was
on a tour
ringing.
where they did an electric show and an acoustic show. We went on the night with the electric show, and let me tell you, how will the wolf survive? He will survive without his hearing. Because Danette was deaf
The
afterwards.
next day, I still couldn't hear right. It was terrible. And after that, I decided I would never go in the front like that ever again. There was speakers
No
here,
more in the
here,
front.
here.
No
It was
more
like
in
on
the
the
front.
speakers. It was terrible. Didn't bother you as much though.
It didn't bother me as much. It faded on me. Danette's a delicate flower.
I think we should end it. It's getting very late.
I think it's getting kind of late. We gotta let you guys go to bed. We gotta let ourselves go to bed. It's been so much fun.
Thank you all for being here. Does anybody
Thanks for
have
coming.
any last thoughts or concerns or questions or anything? We will be going
Anybody?
live July 1st, as we said, every first of the month, like we said we
As
would.
always.
We don't know where yet. Manhattan Transfer at the.
I remember those guys.
Oh my
Jack.
gosh!
At Belmont.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Jack, speaking of
Steve,
concerts,
you blew my mind with all the Tori Amos songs. Go ahead, go.
Jack, speaking of that, speaking of trackside concerts, we
Thank you,
at
Breezy.
Yonkers, we see at Yonkers.
Oh, at Belmont.
The
Belmont's one of my
Spin
favorite
Doctors
places.
at
Oh my
Yonkers.
God,
We
Spin
saw the
Doctors.
Spin Doctors.
It was pouring rain.
And then we
And I only
decided
wanted
to
to
go
hear
to
that
another.
one song.
And then we decided to go to another show at Yonkers again, and we saw
No,
Kansas.
No, he saw this at Belmont.
I know. I'm talking about other shows.
Kansas,
at
oh
things.
my God,
We
they
went to
was-
see Kansas again at Yonkers, and again it poured. Why is it always raining?
We should go live more often. You know what it is? We work. I can't go live that often. Today was my day off, and we decided to go to the stores. And there's so many places we want to go to. We haven't even been doing the regular videos as much, so we're kind of like in transition. But we're gonna go back to that, and
And we'll be doing some of
so
that.
that's why we decided. If
Hey,
you
Breezy,
didn't know
thank you
this
so
before.
much.
We decided to at least go live once a month on the first of the month. So you'll see us July 1st, I believe it's a Friday, and then August 1st, and so on. And we'll
Thanks,
probably go
Lucky.
live in between. You don't know the way we are. We don't know what we're going to do. But I can't go live a lot because I'm working. I have a full-time job, and I don't think Anthony would want to go alone because, we're the dynamic duo. And, so you never know. That sometimes if I see something or we're somewhere and it looks
You
like,
see
oh my God,
something,
we
say
should
something.
share
Good
this.
night, Judy.
We need to share this. Then maybe we'll go live, Thank you,
Yes.
Judy, for coming in. Good night. Sweet dreams.
This was great.
Thank you, Lucky. Thank you so much.
For saying that, Lucky.
Love your stories. You're like a sleeping pill, very relaxing. Go
And
to
entertaining
sleep.
at the same time.
Sleep.
So it's a compliment.
Sleep. Thank you,
Entertaining at
Lucky.
the same
Thank
time.
you.
Well, folks, we're gonna
Have a
we're
great
gonna sign
night.
off.
Thank
and
you
say
so
good
much
night.
for hanging
Thank
out
you
with
so much
us.
for coming.
I wish you could
And
taste all of this
We
stuff.
wish you could enjoy this stuff
It
with
was
us.
very fun
It's
hearing all
very
your
much
comments
a lot of fun.
and seeing your names. I wish we could get together somewhere and
Yes.
hang out. That would be cool. But you're gonna end it?
Yes, I'm
All
gonna
right.
end it.
Have a great night, everyone.
Have a great night.
Have
all
a great,
the best.
Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday.
And see you all real soon.
Be good to each other, okay? And take
have
care.
fun.
Bye.
Take care, guys. See you soon.
Night.